And we are live! There's my
Hey!
patented "we are live" there. And people might be getting sick of
I
it by
could have
now.
done that. Wait.
See?
Okay, wait.
See, you guys didn't get to see the argument we had before here where I was trying to get her to open up the show there.
I'm like,
She's
it
I don't want to do it. It feels
Because
awkward.
it feels weird. Wait, okay, wait. Channel Scott, try to
Okay, do it.
We are live!
Oh, 10 out of 10.
There you go.
10 out of 10.
See, I think you're taking it over now. Yeah.
No, then I have to do it like you every time?
Every time.
Okay, we'll try.
Try. Exactly. You can try. All right, this week we have a special guest.
They're not all special?
Well, no, clearly I'm the most special. This
Turn
is me.
your phone off.
I thought it was mine.
Mine, I'm always amateur houring this all the time. Okay, it's off.
Turn your phone off.
It's all the way off now,
Oh my
I promise.
goodness. All right. This week we have Square Pegs. I asked him. Yes, I know, Jay. I asked him if he wanted me to refer to him as his channel name or as his real name, first name, Jay. I remembered it as Jay and Silent Bob because I'm shitty with names, and if people are familiar with their channel, I've said that more than once.
We've done this a couple times on here where I'm like, what's so-and-so's name? What's so-and-so's name? And you're like, I don't know.
I know a face and I know your YouTube channel, but after that, there it gets pretty sketchy.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great way to remember my name, actually, because years ago I used to have really long hair and always wore the black hat backwards like I'm doing now, and had the black trench coat and wore the shorts with it. Yeah, I was living a gimmick.
I kind of want to see that picture.
Very Silent Bob.
That's awesome.
All right, Jay, or Mr. Square Pegs, whatever you guys want to call it. They're going to give you the opportunity to tell everybody a little bit about your YouTube channel.
Yes.
Yeah, so I am I mean, it's retro and modern content. Basically, it's every random doughy white guy on YouTube. Basically, it's
There's a few of us.
I cover primarily Switch stuff. I mean, that is the main focus of the channel. It's the thing I have the biggest collection for. I've got about 200 games for the Switch right now.
Oh shit!
Nice.
We do not.
Yeah, I spend way too much fucking money on that. So but other than that, it's I do some retro stuff. I talk about my time when I worked in the industry, and I just like talking about games. It was the channel was an opportunity for me to kind of work through some social anxiety issues that I was having. That's what I started the channel to begin with.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just now people can't get me to shut up about games. So it's
Every time I watch you do anything on YouTube, I'm like, and now I feel a little bit dumb because you're so well spoken, and I can't do that unless I have a script in front of me.
I can't be scripted because
We've tried.
I can't read.
You can't do it.
When
It doesn't seem natural.
When I started, I scripted everything I did, and I looked like I was in hostage negotiations.
Yeah,
So I
that's
just
me.
lock onto the camera and just look terrified
Yeah.
the whole time. So now it's like, if the most scripting I do is I kind of bullet point the stuff I want to say, and then
That's
it's
smart.
just I just wing it.
That's me in a nutshell right there.
Yeah.
It's just easier. Like the videos that get traction for me, and I'm sure it's the same thing for you guys, is the ones where we show our personalities.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
When we show our passion, like if there's something that we love, people are drawn to that. If I'm just talking about a controller that I don't really give a shit about, then no one's
Then
gonna
people
click.
see right through it. Exactly.
Yeah, when
I see that
doing
too.
like product review stuff there, we tried a couple of them, and I just don't have any passion for that at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think you really have to already enjoy the product or know something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just,
I don't want to feel like I'm selling stuff to people.
Yeah, no, it's a weird thing to be a part of, and I'm sorry I make you feel dumb. That's not my intention.
She's blonde. She's used to it.
I also have a blonde wife, so I understand that. I'm used to it.
Blonde jokes all night.
All night.
It's I was.
You should see me play rock paper scissors, and then I just totally feel down. We might do that later.
My mom's a professor, so I was raised, pretty much with a book in my hand from birth, and it's, from the time I remember reading and like, what's this mean? It was look it up.
Yeah.
So that led to being like just the dumbest kid and just reading the dictionary for fun and learning words. And
our son's the same way. He's like, he'll tell me something about history, and I'm like, where did you learn that in school? He's like, no, it was interesting. I looked it up.
Yeah, our kid's
And
the
I'm
same
like,
way.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
It's the
he does
weirdest
the
thing.
same thing. Yeah, it's a fun thing because it's impressive. I'm sorry if you guys hear the showers.
Oh, don't worry.
going
We
on
have our
upstairs.
ice machine
I've got
going
ice
off in the
machine
background.
going there, and God knows what else is gonna go off here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have
so
the puppy
Jen-
upstairs.
Jen's
so.
phone.
Yeah, our two the two puppies will probably be running around here in a bit too upstairs. So that Meredith's dealing with that. So, but I've got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Bring it.
What are you drinking tonight?
Oh,
Whoa.
well, it's funny you should mention that because Retro Tiburon said, first off, he said, "What's up, motherfuckers?" So, and then he said, "Where are the shots at?"
Right?
Yeah. So Scott's gonna have to go get us some shots.
Oh, attaboy. What are you drinking?
This is Dr. Bird's Jamaican rum. I am I'm not a beer drinker.
Sherwood ales, yeah.
And I don't drink heavily, but when I do, I'm a big rum fan. I've actually got probably about a 20 bottle rum bar.
Oh wow.
And, yeah, I do a lot of really fruity drinks, like lots of tiki stuff, and rum gets me good and messed up. So
Oh yeah.
Since I am nervous as hell and my legs are bouncing, cheers.
Rum. Go get shots.
I have to get shots.
Shots. Well, while you're getting shots, we have a few people in the comments. I'll go through that. We got Scepter Server saying nice. I think he's probably referring to the fact that we're doing another one of these. So
awesome.
That's Chill Scissors. What's Chill Scissors' name, Scott? Never mind, he doesn't know. It's Matt. He says, "Hey, Generation Pixels in the house."
Somewhere in the back of my head.
It's there. Rock Solid Productions. Please ask Jay how he became such a huge fan of Yoshi, and I know this too. And is one of the greatest of all time in his book. So why is that?
All right. So, hi Gary. I think
he also told you to straighten your hat later down in the comments too. So you should make it not straight.
Yeah, no, it's just going to go more sideways, I think. I am actually not a big fan of Yoshi. Like I don't like the first one I played was Super Mario Land 2, Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo, and having to babysit the kid just drove me insane.
Oh yeah.
And losing him and him just whining and yelling and screaming. Oh, is that Jim?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very nice.
Oh.
You know what? I wanted to grab the rum, but I'm afraid people call me up. That looks like water. And you don't drink water here, buddy.
No. You know what the fuck?
Is there a hole in the bottle? Oh, there's a hole in the cup. There is. There's a hole in the cup.
Party fucking hell.
Like a big hole in the cup.
Can you guys see it? It's like.
Oh, that's fantastic.
There is. There's a hole about the size of my pinky in the bottom of the cup.
Give me a straw.
All right, so I get another cup and a towel, I guess.
Jeez.
I was like, wow. I had spilling drinks. Jen spilled a beer before we even started, so it's
no proof of that.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad tonight.
There's no proof of that.
I didn't see anything. I didn't see a thing happen.
Right? I don't know what he's talking about.
So Gary in all of his videos, put in the singing Yoshis from Yoshi 64, and it drives me up a tree. Which is why my hat is always slightly askew in my videos, because it drives him up a tree. So it's just an ongoing war of words between friends.
Awesome. I need to have one of those with somebody. I have been told my laugh is really obnoxious. I can't fix that though, and it doesn't really bother me if people think that either. But
my laugh is also obnoxious. So
you guys see the
you're
hole
right
at
home here.
I get cackly.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's like you were set up.
Yeah.
I get a little bit cackly, and if I get really going, there might be some snorting. And
that's just in the bedroom.
Jesus Christ.
So I am actually trying to exercise the Yoshi demons. I'm doing a video next week where I rank every Yoshi game. And just trying to cleanse the Yoshi demon from my soul, basically. So
yeah. You need like a Yoshi painting.
Exercise the demons.
Okay, we got a couple other people in here. I'll go through these. Well, look at these cheeky fellas.
There we go.
Okay. Oh, well, we better put that up where the shot's at. This is where it's at.
All right.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
All right.
Oh, we're going to need Jesus.
That was a little smoother than I was expecting, to be quite honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't answer what I'm drinking, but I'm drinking a Radler, a crafty Radler from
It's
Pumphouse.
Chica Cerveza.
Chica Cerveza.
Yeah, I don't know.
So not a Newfie beer this week, huh?
No,
Nope.
not a Newfie beer. Whoa, Jim's kicking. Sorry, guys, he's kicking.
They say tickling the bean.
Shush.
Jim
Do a
Beam.
hitman. This is what you can expect from Scott the entire time. And if Scott and Dennis were both here,
Yeah.
Jesus, I just
Yeah.
So
You know,
before Jen gets into this here, I wanted to ask there, like, everybody gets onto YouTube for whatever reason. Everybody, I assume, at first feels like they're, I want to make a lot of money, do something I'm having fun at, like, and then once you're into it a couple of years, maybe your priorities or your goals change. Like for us, our goals have definitely changed, and we've both these channels have been on for pretty much the same amount of time. I think. Pretty close.
Jay has a personality. When did that happen?
Oh, God damn it, Gary.
Gary.
All right.
So I guess my question is, like, from when you started and to now, which is what, roughly about 2.5 years, you were saying earlier.
Yep.
You've been on YouTube. Are your goals for YouTube roughly about the same?
No, they've definitely shifted. So when I started YouTube, I've told this on my channel before, but the whole idea for when I started YouTube was I have very bad social anxiety, and working from home after working in an office for 15, 16 years, it was really hard because now I didn't have anyone to talk to anymore. I didn't have someone to distract me from anything. So right before the pandemic started, I was like, you know what? Anyone can do YouTube. I'm going to do it. And I did a video and it was awful. It was absolutely horrible.
Everybody's first video is awful. And if your first video is great, well, then fuck you.
Exactly. And it was like, all right, this is terrible. I'm good. I'm walking away. I don't need to do this ever again.
Yeah.
And then the world locked down and it was like, well, all right, let me give it another shot. And
you huddled up into a fucking hole with all your toilet paper and a camera and decided to make YouTube videos.
Pretty much. And it was, it was a case of, I didn't really know what the hell I was doing. I don't think anyone does when they first start. And it was, I just wanted to talk about video games. It's something I know. It's something I love. And it was, it was either going to be that or comics or toys. It was, something I knew and I could talk about.
You're just speaking this language.
Exactly. And as it's gone, like when I first started, I was like, well, if I can get to 100 subscribers, I'm a success. That's all I need. And I'm fine. And that took me about 6 months to get to, because I wasn't doing anything regularly. And eventually it's led to now I'm almost to 1,600 subscribers, which is just
awesome.
Bizarre to me.
And because I love that you have that in the background. I have not seen anybody else do that, and I love it.
It's over here. Where's it? Hey, cameras. There we go. Okay.
But I love that. I've not seen it on anybody else's videos, or maybe it's there and I'm missing it, but I saw it and I was like, shit, that's a smart idea. Why didn't we think of that?
Well, it was a thing. I wholesale stole it. There's a YouTube strategy channel I follow. And they have a digital counter in the background, and I was like, oh, that's really neat, but that's not me. Like I don't need to have a big counter, showing exactly what's going on. I just want something in the background that gives an update. And for the longest time, no one said a word about it. And I actually a couple months ago, I had a viewer actually reach out and say, I love that you have your count in the background.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I subscribed and I remember how many was on there, and I look at it now and I see how far you've come in such a short time. And I was like, fuck, that's cool.
That's exactly what I thought too. We found each other through Mr. Wright Way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I remember seeing that right off the bat, and I was like, fuck, that's super smart to have that there, because I don't always put that pop-up on the video, and we never say
please like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff there.
And I know it probably does help to a certain degree, but I was like, I figure if you like it, you'll subscribe, or
I think at this point everybody knows how YouTube works.
Yeah, exactly.
But I love that. That's just like a little message in the background and shows how well you're, how far the channel's come. And I think it's
a little
an
light
awesome
bulb
idea. Yeah.
Well, it's an affirmation for me too. You know, like
Yes.
it's a thing where when I look at it and like before I start a video, unless I'm like, you know, doing a batch of videos where I film like 6 or 7 back to back, it's something where I look at it and go, oh, I gotta look at the numbers. Let's see where we're at.
Yeah.
And there's only been a couple of times where it's gone down. And
Yeah.
the days where it's gone down, it wasn't something where I went, fuck, why am I doing this? It was like, all right, I got to get those people back.
Yeah.
So it was a motivator, which was a really nice change of pace. And
Exactly. And it's good that you're seeing it that way.
Yeah.
Because anytime when we first started, if I would lose subscribers, I would be like, what the hell? Yeah, what am I doing wrong? Why don't you like me? But I don't know if that's like a woman thing. But yeah, I was like, what's going on? But yeah, I know there's going to be dead subs too that just don't. YouTube's like, oh, okay, we're cleaning this up for you, and we're taking out the trash of the people that are no longer.
A lot
here.
of that was because at first she got onto this sub for sub BS there.
It wasn't a sub for sub. It was like it was supposed to be a women supporting women group, and they didn't support gamers. They will literally put on their site now, no ASMR. No gaming videos, no this. And I'm like, then you're not supporting women because some women do that shit.
Yeah, that's horseshit. Like it's one of the things, and I feel funny saying that because I'm on camera and I'm swearing, and I don't swear on my channel. That was one of the conscious decisions.
Yeah,
we don't care.
Do it.
And it's really hard for me because I'm a Bostonian, so I swear like every other word.
We're from Miramichi, so that's kind of our thing too.
There have been videos where like I need to put something out for my Patreon supporters where it's just like, here's the outtakes from this video. It's 6 minutes of me just going, fuck, what is wrong with you, you fucking idiot? And like it's something where I made that conscious decision to be clean. And I've had a lot of people be like, oh, it's so nice that you do this. I'm like, well, don't watch my live streams because those are
because I can't filter that.
Yeah, and it was something where it was we're going to support like I've been on Facebook groups where it's like, well, we support, you know, we're supporting these videos, we're doing these challenges, and we want to help people grow. It's like, great, this is what I do, and it's crickets. I'm like,
oh
yeah.
Just because I do gaming videos doesn't mean that, you know, it's a degenerate channel or anything like that. It's
exactly,
there's value in every channel. Like
I agree.
Saying that, you still find that there's a little bit of a stereotype when it comes to like gamers and gaming.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Gaming channel. Yeah. Like, because I'll people at my work, they don't know that I game. Like a lot of them don't, right? And then all of a sudden they find out, oh, you game? Yeah. I collect. I have, you know, quite a few games. How many games you got? Oh, I got 1,500. 1,500 games, and then they start looking at me a little differently. You know,
well, that's
like you must be a lazy motherfucker.
Because my part-time job, well, I work at the same place. We work at Canada Post, and I have tried. There's no women at our work that game. They're all older ladies mostly. There are younger guys that game, and I try to get into a conversation with them. And it's just like
it's Fortnite, it's Call of Duty.
I'm like,
the same games.
I don't mind that. If that's what you like, that's what you like. But I'm like, it's just not what I like, so I can't talk to you about games.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Like I have the company I work for is really small, and I have a few people there that are hardcore gamers, and we talk about games all the time. But then there's people who are like, oh, my son does Fortnite. I'm like, that's great.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Like it's not my thing. I mean, that's awesome that he's playing games.
Yeah.
What does he do? Is he you know, is he active in the community, or is he, you know, just kind of a part-time player? They're like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, great conversation. Cool. All right.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. I have nowhere to go with this.
Yeah.
Exactly. I know if Mondane is in here right now, I'm going to get shit on hardcore because the comment section is just, I'm so far behind. So I have to get through it.
He's giving up on you.
Yes. And I feel bad because
he wasn't in the last live stream. I think he's
Mayor 506 says, sup nerds. I see 506 and I feel like you're from New Brunswick. 506 is our area code.
Okay.
Hey, Billy Bandit, how's it going? Gary's saying he's glad you taught him the definition of plethora. It means a lot. It means a lot.
Oh.
Plethora means a lot. And he must be from Crafty Rattler and Whiskey is what he's drinking. So,
nice.
Oh yeah, we usually ask that. What
Do you
everybody
mix those? or is that like just a whiskey shots?
Yeah.
Crouchy Rattler.
That's He's edumacated. That was from long ago.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, Don Ducky Duck. Hey, how's it going? Oh, we have Aaron Shuck. Nice choice, Jay. Probably
Aaron?
on the drink.
Thank you.
I'm assuming.
What's the best rum drink?
Oh, that would be a 1944 style Mai Tai. It is originally created by
like
Vic
Mai Tai.
Bergeron, who is this guy right here, Trader Vic,
Yeah.
and who my son is not named after. Just want to clear that up. It is rum, simple syrup, a little bit of demerara syrup, and God, I can't remember a couple other things off the top of my head, but it is the absolute best drink, and it will get you messed up quick. And if you want something else, do a zombie, because it's like 7 ounces of alcohol.
Woo! That would turn Dennis into a zombie like half drink through.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Oh, yes, I did see it. It was up. He said thanks for the follow on Instagram. Yeah. Yes, I did see it. Sorry about that. I skipped over about his take. Marcus is in the house.
Marcus, what's
Hey,
up?
Marcus. Hey, peeps. He's local to us, not to you,
Nice.
because you'd know him. I'm buying Jay rum and Coke in Milwaukee.
Awesome. I will happily take that, Gary.
There
Thank you
you
very
go.
much.
And he also loves you.
I love you too, Gary. Gary,
And
so
Wave
Gary
says
and I-
you're the man as well.
oh, thank you. God damn. All right.
Peter's awesome too.
Yes, he is. So Gary and I give each other a lot of shit, but Gary has he's done so much more for my channel than he needed to. Like he's given me advice on like thumbnails, on editing. Like he's a Patreon supporter, so
He's got a great channel.
He does. Rock Solid is a
does.
phenomenal channel.
He does, yeah.
He'll like watch my videos when they go up early for Patreon supporters and be like, "Hey, you messed up something here. Check this edit, get that fixed." And
Oh, that's awesome.
he's
nice.
just such a great dude. Like he's just a wonderful guy.
You can kind of tell, like, without knowing him personally, I could tell that from the videos too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
100%.
seems
Just
like a
kissing
really-
ass, Jen.
No, he seems like a really down to earth, nice guy. You can kind of, if you watch a few videos, you can kind of tell that from people.
Yeah.
Who they're really genuine.
Yeah, after you watch people
Yes.
for a little bit there, you'll see like some people are they are what you see on camera, and then other people are like kind of
This
have
is
a persona on camera.
yeah. And I mean that's personal choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's one way to do shots.
I'm never gonna live that down.
What a waste.
Just check the glass.
You just made a Scottish man say, "What a waste on alcohol." Way to go.
I know.
Don't even think he drinks. So, and he was not happy with it. Evening, everyone. Hello, Retro Lectors.
Hey, Retro
I
Lectors.
always want to say Retro Collectors to your name, but I know it's not.
He's
I
up
do the
in
same thing.
Toronto or
Toronto,
Ontario area for sure.
Yeah. My laugh is classy. I even hold my pinky up. Did you just go like elbow laughs or something?
No, I pinky up there.
Yeah, it's the Dr. Evil, you know? Just the-
That's not Dr.
I
Evil
don't
laugh.
know.
You did elbows laugh.
That was kind of a cross between Pillsbury Doughboy and Dr. Evil, maybe.
That's good. Oh, King Collector 9000. What's up? Hey, what's up? Yoshi Race in Mario RPG.
Oh, you know what? It's been so long since I played that game. I don't remember the Yoshi race. So sure. Yeah, we'll go.
All right. I have not played Super Mario RPG.
It's hasn't aged great. It's still a really good game, but it's definitely a 16-bit game, like
Yeah.
like 16-bit Squaresoft, but it's really fun.
Okay.
Do you know what? I think I've been saying that for a long time because DOA Hitman has just told me it's DOA Hitman because I think I've said forever do a Hitman.
I thought it was Do a Hitman too.
But Dead on Arrival Hitman makes more sense. DOA. I'm like, okay. He's like, just call me Hitman. But just call me Hitman because you screwed it up. Gotcha. Oh Lord. My first video didn't suck. It's still up from 2007. Well, shit. That's not fair.
Well, Jen had a comment for you earlier.
Yeah. Miss Paul Commodore. Hello, awesome peeps. Hello, how are you?
What's up?
Oh God,
Too late, Jen.
I missed so
We
many.
have to start talking about games.
I know.
All right.
I'm sorry,
So we
guys.
always ask our guests to bring
If
on
you
some
said
games
something that's
or
really
to
awesome,
talk
say
about,
it
so we
again.
can fill in the awkward, silence that Jen leaves.
Can I just say we have
No,
Brett in
no.
the house, we have Mitch in the house. Anybody we missed? Aaron? Nope, we've already said hi. We're not saying hi again.
Not saying hi again, but
Can't do it. Loco's in the house. Dan, bunch of numbers. Dan, send me your mailing address. You won a T-shirt last time, and you don't even realize you did.
Like last night. What were
Last
you doing
night.
there?
Swearing is encouraged. It's always encouraged. No, we are not doing ASMR videos. No. No. Wait, I'll do it right now. There you go. I did one.
Oh,
okay, we're all caught up. See?
So
I did it.
You brought some games.
I did.
I asked you off camera while we were on camera, but we weren't
Scotty
live
J
at the point.
says hi too.
Scotty, what's up, buddy? Anyway, what kind of games did you bring? Did you bring a certain genre? What did you have in mind there when you went running through your game room grabbing games?
So the stuff I brought is I couldn't really settle on a theme, so it was just kind of like, here's just shit that's important to me.
Yeah.
For various reasons. Like I've got some stuff from when I worked in the industry. I've got and then I have two separate piles. And then I have stuff that's just, stuff that means something to me. So which would you guys prefer, the industry stuff or stuff that's just more personal to me?
I don't give two rats ass. Whatever you want. Right. You're the man.
Well, let's start then with industry stuff, and I'll get that stuff out of the way. So first up is this guy right here, NCAA Football 2004.
Nice.
This is the first game I worked on.
Oh, cool.
Second game I worked on.
I think I remember you saying that in a past video too.
Yes, yeah. I repeat
recently.
A lot of stories. So the first game I worked on was The Sims Online on PC. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure they used that in Guantanamo Bay to try to get information on prisoners. Hot damn, that is like the worst game I've ever played. There was a particular thing that we had to test. That
I really want to play it now.
Oh no, you don't. No, you don't. Like it's.
I do want to see how bad it is.
It's atrocious. There's a thing called the Pizza Kitchen. Which so the entirety of the game was random it's The Sims, so it's just random fucking tasks you complete, right?
Yeah.
But it was online, so you got to try to do it with other people, but it was online with a dial-up connection.
Oh God!
So nothing worked in regards to timing, and the Pizza Kitchen was all timing based. And
shit.
Yeah, no, it was fucking awful. So it was trying to like, did you get like just screaming at each other across the day? Did you put the sauce on the pie? Like, it's awful. Just awful.
It sounds like Overcooked, but like not quite there yet.
It was overcooked, but not good.
Not good.
Yeah, just not ready to be released to the general public at all. It was so bad.
That would be hilarious to see live streamed.
If there's a server up somewhere, then yeah, it would, because it was. I don't know if they ever improved it. We worked on it for like 2 months, and I got on it the last like 2 weeks that we were testing it at Tiburon. So,
oh man,
yeah,
sounds fun.
So bad. But yeah, so NCAA Football was the first one I worked on, and it was I was in charge of art, which is a really blanket way of saying you're not very good at gameplay, so just test everything else. And I have one major bug left in the game where I forgot how to spell Connecticut. So the Yukon jerseys will say Connecticut as opposed to Connecticut. And yep, that shipped. So that's my claim to fame with that game.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I really want to play it now. I've never played a football game. We're Canadians. We're not allowed.
You're not missing much.
We can play hockey games. Maybe if there's a curling game, we can play that. But we're not allowed to play football games.
Oh God!
Well, not in East Coast Canada. Maybe West Coast. We could play some football games.
This is where you bring up a game because Jen's talking too much.
No, wait. Gamer newbie.
Lost it.
ED78. He was born in 78. He says hi. Hey everyone.
Hey.
And Mayor, he's in Riverview. See, I know my area
not too far
codes.
from us.
Team Pandori's in the house. How's it going?
Team Pandori.
Hope everything's cool in your neck of the woods. It's pretty good. And Gary wants to see your Yoshi game collection.
I have like three Yoshi games.
Wave says it was overcooked, but it was undercooked.
Oh, vastly.
There you go.
There was salmonella poisoning with this game. It was not good.
That feels like a Boston resident shitting on Connecticut deliberately to me.
Okay, look, I've been to Connecticut. It was I mean,
day.
we saw some whales.
It was fine.
We saw some whales. That was it. I mean, it's no Massachusetts, but
I have family in Connecticut only because my aunt moved there and married a man from Connecticut. I've never been to Connecticut.
you're not missing much.
No. I can't even remember where from in Connecticut.
So
I feel like if Steve's watching this, he's like, you know where we live because we've said it.
I'm probably going to upset some people from Connecticut, but Connecticut is just full of people, and my cousin lives in Connecticut, so I can say this, but it's full of people that are from Massachusetts but think they have New York money. So, I mean, it's a wealthy ass state, don't get me wrong, but it's not like New York City wealthy or anything like that. So they think they're very metropolitan, and it's all like, if you've seen Gilmore Girls, it's fucking that. It's just Stars Hollow.
Oh, is that literally what Connecticut looks like?
Yeah, it's all
Scott
like little.
Has not seen Gilmore Girls.
Oh, Scott, you're missing out, dude. That's a good goddamn show. I don't care what anyone says.
I'm judging you right now.
He would not watch Gilmore Girls.
Judge away.
You know what he judged earlier?
Dennis. I judged Dennis hard there earlier.
Because he
start naming off friggin'
he
Backstreet
said to me
Boys
that did you hear that song?
Oh no, it was New Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block, the new song by New Kids on the Block and Rick Astley, and
he got into like the third name, of one of the members, and I looked at him serious. I'm like, I'm judging you right now, and then I stopped for a second and laughed.
Like, I can't remember the other two.
I can't remember the other two. I'm like, yeah, sure.
I can't name anyone from.
You get shit on.
I can't name anyone from New Kids on the Block, and they're from
Good
Massachusetts. That's
not
all I know.
You want to admit on live?
I think there's a random Wahlberg.
Oh, there is Donnie.
Oh,
he was my favorite.
Okay,
because he was the bad boy. That's it. I was probably like 9 or something. Probably not even 9.
You're not that young.
I'm that young. Damn bunch of numbers loves the Gilmore Girls, Scott.
Right on.
I'm
sold.
Board.
I'm gonna start watching the Gilmore.
Dude, the writing on that show is fantastic. It's fucking rapid fire dialogue. It's so.
It is. It's like Dawson's Creek. You love it. No, I'm just kidding. He does not like Dawson's Creek.
There's nothing to like with Dawson's
Creek. That was terrible. It's like teenagers talking like I don't even talk like that. No. It was weird. But I would come home I would take my 15-minute break and my hour lunch, and I'd drive home because there was no PVR at that time. I'd watch it, and then I'd go back to work every day.
Recorded it on your VCR.
No, we were poor. And when we just moved in together, I didn't have that technology. On Richard Foster's Eve. On Vacation.
Awesome
Scott
game.
Started playing.
I love it. I hope you enjoy it. It's PS1 game, so it's going to show its age. I loved it. Gary
wants to know if you started watching Gilmore Girls before or after 90210.
I've never watched 90210. I watched.
I feel like that was a backhanded compliment there, kind of thing.
Casey rules. Pacey's on Dawson's Creek.
Okay,
that's okay.
She hot?
That's
that's a guy.
Joshua Jackson from the Mighty Ducks. So,
I didn't like him in the Ducks either.
It's okay.
Let's get into the game.
Okay. Next.
No, that's his way of saying, I don't want to talk about Gilmore Girls or Dawson's Creek anymore. Fuck that shit. Let's talk about games.
All right. Next, DS game. My favorite DS game that I worked on, Henry Hatsworth in the Puzzling Dimension. And this one is an autographed copy. I've got all of my test team.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
This is done by the team that did The Blob and World of Goo. They started at Tiburon with me. They were developers there, and they kind of broke off and did their own thing. And yeah, the studio had no support for it, didn't care about it. We just got far enough down the road in development that they didn't shit can it. So we saw it through.
We're in too deep. I can't lose this much money.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I think we sold like 30 copies. It did not sell well, which is a shame because it's an absolutely brilliant game. It's a 2D platformer and puzzle game at the same time. So it's got like a match 3 puzzle on the bottom screen and a 2D platformer on the top. And it's proper hard. Like it's NES hard. It's a very difficult game. But it's
I'm not going to be good at it.
I'm not good at it. I worked on the goddamn thing, but it's really fun and it's super charming. You collect cups of tea, and eventually you turn into a giant robot and you yell tea time, and there's a British flag flying in the background. It's ridiculous, but it's a lot of fun.
Sounds like a Let's Play Sega Head should do. I'm just saying.
Yes.
I
Yes. I'm down for that. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm going to message
Somebody
him.
get that message to him.
Yeah, Gary said no backhanded compliment, open-handed insult.
That's
and then Loco said step by step. And then he said, I don't know Scott's personality, but no fucking way he will like Gilmore.
Yeah.
So you do know Scott's personality. You just proved it. Oh, N64 and Don't Bother Me just can't do pre-Nintendo stuff. The second generation, I got it for $25 a few years ago. Parasite Eve, that is. Oh, that's a good price.
That is good price.
I need to go back and play that again. I haven't played Parasite Eve since it originally launched. It's been decades.
For me, it's a lot of it's got those nostalgia goggles there. You know, it's obviously has aged.
It was the first game we sat down and played together.
Yeah. Oh, that's
awesome.
awesome.
There's a lot of cinematics to it there. The music is like very creepy there, and I actually enjoy the story. I've been begging for a fucking remake of that game there for the last couple of years there. I'm like, God, I would love that.
I don't think you're alone on that. I've heard a few people say that.
There was something, and it's not Parasite Eve, but it was same time frame when Capcom released Dino Crisis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When they did their I think it was the Sony State of Play recently. It was something Capcom related, and there's a bunch of fucking dinosaurs in it. I was like, oh my God, we're getting the Dino Crisis remake.
Yeah.
And
I've seen that.
It wasn't. It was some other fucking team-based dino shooting game.
Like, did you do a video? There. Did you do a reaction video, or was that somebody else's? Because I did watch, somebody did a reaction video, and they had those exact same words. Oh my God, is this going to be Dino Crisis there? And then we were all disappointed.
Yeah.
It wasn't me, but I'm not surprised because that was I remember seeing that on Twitter too. Like it was just a lot of people like, "Oh my God, Dino Crisis!" And that just
you guys still flapping your gums. Time to take another shot. We're not gonna make it.
Let me finish my beer first.
For the love of sanity, stop talking about Parasite Eve. We'll talk about it all we want. It's not our fault. You guys couldn't get it over there, so.
I can't help you guys don't like good games over there.
If you don't like good games, you got to ask for good games over there. We can't make it happen for you.
You guys get cricket releases over there, like fucking we get Madden. Like you don't get to talk about it. It's not.
Yeah.
Fair.
Is it Generation Pixel? Isn't he a Sony guy?
Yes, he's a Sony guy.
Yeah, he's a Sony Pony, I believe.
Sony Pony. Yeah.
Sony Pony. Well, what? Yeah. How come you don't have imports there? You gotta get some of these good imports over there.
He doesn't see green.
Oh.
He's colorblind to green.
Oh.
Can't see it. Can't see it. Although he is starting to collect for the Xbox, so he can see it.
Boy.
Yeah.
He can see it. You're gonna have to give us another fucking shot.
What?
Just Retro Timberhunter said.
Fine. I had to go get new glasses because
What? We're like
stack them up.
Posh and we can't just drink out of the same glasses? Jesus. Okay, just see? I did it. There we go. Wait, more. This makes sense. Jay likes poorly written drama. Example, include Gilmore Girls and WWE.
WWE. Oh, man. They've gone down so bad. I used to be a wrestling fan. I cannot watch it now. I can't. Can't watch it.
It's bad. It's really bad. I watched religiously. Like, so I worked at a Full Sail down in Orlando, the university where they taped NXT, and I went like every week for about 3 years. I went to every taping.
Oh, wow.
It was great. And then it just like shit the bed. It's so bad now.
I remember watching wrestling with Scott. We would go to the theater to watch wrestling when that was.
I don't know if they still do that, but they they used to have do the pay-per-views at the theater. So
and I was into it only for a very short period of time, but my favorite was when Stone Cold, and it was what's his face, and he wore the little
Kind
hat.
of Kurt Angle.
Yes,
Kurt Angle?
with the little fucking
The
hat.
little cowboy
and I
hat
was like,
there, yeah.
that's the best moment. And that was hilarious.
Anyway, real quick there, that pay-per-view that I took her to, I think it was the one where Rock and Stone Cold were fighting, and Stone Cold turned heel and went with Vince McMahon, and the fucking theater nearly fucking lost the roof. People fucking lost their shit, man. I was like, holy fuck.
I really wanted to stand up and be like, it's just pretend, guys, it's fine. But I didn't want to die that night.
People couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God. The stuff they were saying there, I'm like, he can't hear you. He can't hear you. Like, calm down.
Oh, Jesus. People really get into the wrestling, though. Like,
all right. Time, Jen. Stop stalling. Go have another game, and we'll cheers to it.
All right.
oh, Jesus.
Okay. You know what? I don't want to talk about anything else I worked on.
Yeah, fuck that game.
It's depressing. All right.
Oh, fine.
So, first,
Make it a good one because I got to drink
right.
Jim Beam to it.
Final Fantasy complete in box.
Ooh.
NES.
There we go.
There we go.
Cheers to that.
So this was I'd played RPGs before, but because I know Scott, you wanted to ask about some RPGs. This one right here is the one that really got me into the genre. I had
drooled a
like,
little bit.
oh, that's cool.
sorry.
Don't worry about it.
For the game? I love that game.
Like I had played Dragon Warrior, which got sent to everyone who had a Nintendo Power subscription, and I had played that before I played this. And Dragon Warrior is great. It's still great. Dragon Quest is a fantastic series, but this one right here, like, there was a contest. I remember there was a contest in Nintendo Power that you had to answer questions based on the game, and I bugged my grandma, who I was staying with for the summer, to rent this for me from Blockbuster for like 6 weeks in a row, so I could get the answers to it. And one of
the game.
I really should have, but I didn't think like that.
We all
at the
did
time.
that.
Yeah.
We all did that back then.
So I rented this repeatedly, and one of the questions was, what is the location of the Inquisitive Brooms? And I was like, oh, I know that place. It's the fucking, I don't remember it now, but it was a random cave that was just north of the starting area where you first cross the bridge, and there's brooms in there that ask you questions. Like, that's it. And I sent in my questions, and I got everything answered. It's like, this is the one. And I got the next issue of Nintendo Power, and it was a different cave, and I've never been so fucking mad.
Oh,
like,
no.
I was like, no, it's that one. It's that cave. And it was a different cave later in the game that also had Inquisitive Brooms, but it was,
Jen keeps her brooms in the garage because she uses them to fly to work.
I work from home. That's how dumb I am. I go to the garage. I'm like, time to go to work. I grab my broom and fly right back in the house. Blonde.
This honest to God happened at work there. It was me and another guy, and we're like a forklift driver, and we're sitting in the machines and we're talking for a minute, and somebody walked by with a broom, and she's dragging it with her, and he looked at me with a dead straight face. She's not using that right. Aren't they supposed to sit on that and fly? And I fucking nearly fell off my machine laughing.
That's awesome. Who said that?
I'm not saying her.
Probably not. You'll tell me later.
Yeah, maybe. Now, Final Fantasy there, because I've just started getting into the RPG stuff, and I've been told, but like people have commented before, like on videos, and they say, "Well, stick with the PlayStation 1 era and kind of up, because if they go back, they don't age well. At least that's what I've been told."
Final Fantasy VI, you're going to be fine with. Final Fantasy 3 on Super Nintendo. It's got one of the best stories, and you're probably good with Final Fantasy 4 as well. Both have fantastic stories. The gameplay is really solid. It's stuff that you still see in RPGs today.
Okay.
The original Final Fantasy does not play great.
No.
It's a grind fest. It's really monotonous at times. And the tropes that are in there are stuff that the RPGs is kind of as a genre have jettisoned at this point. So you don't really like it. If you're interested in the history of the series, then yeah, but it's not really worthwhile.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But if there was one RPG from the 8-bit era that you say I should play, what would you pick?
Oh shit.
Shit.
You just put them on the spot.
From the 8-bit era. Uh,
I'm gonna ask you this for every era.
okay,
Just-
8-bit era. I will say Phantasy Star on the Master System.
oh,
Phantasy
Oh.
Star did some really special stuff, and
Yeah?
it's not as influential as a series as Final Fantasy, but it was way ahead of the curve as far as the type of story it was trying to tell. So
Okay.
Okay.
I've also looked. I think Ease is also on the Master System, is it not?
it is, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that one? There, it's an expensive ass game now. on the
It's
Master System.
it's not worth the price you'd pay.
Yeah.
To get it physically. It's a good game. I like the more modern Ease games better. I didn't particularly care for the old ones all that much. The stories were good, but gameplay wasn't great.
Yeah.
So I prefer Phantasy Star in that situation.
Okay.
So supposing you have the entire library,
a
yeah,
backup.
you have
Theoretically.
a backup on an EverDrive, then that would be a good way to play it
Yeah,
with all your
absolutely.
backups.
Absolutely.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Backups, Scott. Backups.
Back it up, Jen.
Way behind on this, but that shit was such a tease that female character even had the outfit and hair.
Yep.
Parasite Eve, I'm assuming we're talking about.
Dino Crisis.
Dino
I'm
Crisis?
assuming.
Okay.
Yeah, like
I have not played Dino Crisis.
It's
know I
one
have
of
to
those
play it.
ones that's in the backlog here.
It is. I want to get to it. It's a game I want to get to, but it's so hard to get the time right now, to come downstairs and play a game.
I'm
Probably
sure
doesn't allow for it.
A lot of people have done this. It's like, what games have I not played yet? What games do I want to try? And you see them going up in value quick, so you fucking buy them so that you get them at this price
Yes.
and not at like 5 years price from now, you know?
Yep.
And that's what happened with the Dino Crisis. I got 1 and 2 and I got them a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I knew those were going to fucking take off.
Yeah, I tried to do that at one point with some PS1 stuff. Like I had like Suikoden 2. Like I have no idea the jealousy I have that you guys own that.
I like, he was so mad at me for getting that because we said no Christmas presents and I went and got it, but I could not help it. And I'm so happy I got it because I got it for a good price. It was a really clean, nice copy.
Yeah.
I had to do it.
A little hint to everybody that's watching there. We haven't let the cat out of the bag yet, but we did buy a big heavy hitter on the PS2. So people can just go ahead and randomly guess in the comments if you like.
It's
Very
coming
nice.
up.
It's coming out, a video coming up.
Yeah, I'm
probably
very excited.
Next week, is it? The week after?
Probably next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I owned Suikoden 2 for years, and it was just one of those things where I was out of work and we needed money.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, it's a fucking game. I don't need it that bad. And I've got it digital on the PS3. So
Yeah.
Mm.
I was okay letting it go, but it was one of those things where it's like immediate regret. Just like, fuck, I should have held on to that. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, every time. I can't even tell you how many times. We were talking before the stream started, and it was like every time a new generation of games came out, I sold my old stuff, and then I really started to regret it after my son was born
Yes.
and got old enough to start getting into games, and I was like, fuck. All those games I wish I had kept, the
Well,
systems.
He's a PC Master Race kid. I don't know where we went wrong. We screwed him up somehow, and he likes his PC.
No, me and him play couch
He
co-op
does
games.
play couch co-op down here with Scott. He likes that, like father-son time. But the child, I hate even saying this out loud.
But
he has an Xbox Series X upstairs. I don't know if it's been on 10 times. Like he got it when it first came out. We got it for him. We're like, he's going to lose his mind. And he barely turns it on because he has a PC that he loves way more.
Yeah.
I'm like, we screwed up. What are we gonna do?
Victor's the same way. Like he plays on his Switch a bit. He plays on his Xbox One a bit, but it's PC all the way for him. Like,
Yeah.
it's-
With kids, it's wherever their friends are playing.
It's a completely different generation.
Totally.
It's totally different.
Okay, I'm gonna fill up my
Okay,
gear.
you do that. I'm
You
going.
guys talk.
I'm going to get through some of this chat. Team Pandora says, "Are you still developing games?" Sorry, I got here late.
No, mercifully, I am out of the industry. I loved it a lot more than it loved me, and I am happily now working on software to make sure that people can get their library research.
There you go.
It's not exciting, but I love it. So
Hey, and if it's an easy job and you enjoy it and you can, it's fills the day good without too much stress.
Yep,
that's the best sort of job.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think you go through stages in your life where you're like, I need a career I really love, and I tell my son this every day. I'm like, at the end of the day, a job's a job. They don't call it fun. They call it a job because it's work. So pick something that's going to make you money, but that you also don't hate. And that's the perfect job. If you love your job, you're like one of very few that can say, I love my job. A lot of people like their job.
Yep.
Yeah. But stride somewhere in the middle where you like it and it makes you good money, because money doesn't grow on trees, unfortunately. Bring back WWF. I'll let them know.
I'll get right on that.
I'll do it. Yes, you can still get pay-per-views at some theaters. Oh,
that's awesome.
There you go. We haven't been to the theater in so long.
Pre-COVID,
and we have movie tickets just sitting in a bag of like all the gift cards and stuff. And I'm just like, I can rent that at home now for $25 and then buy my own munchies, and it's way cheaper. So I just...
Well, your lockdown was a lot more strict than ours was.
Oh my God. We literally just got out of lockdown where we could stop wearing masks earlier this month.
Yeah.
Wow.
2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, and we didn't have big numbers. And I was
Never
like,
did.
can we just get some sort of normalcy back? Totally support anybody that wants to wear a mask. That's great. But I'm like, I'm a 41-year-old woman. I'm fairly healthy. I just, let me have my own autonomy over my own body. Let me choose, make my own choices. That's all I wanted. And you know, anybody else can make their choices. But yeah, it was strict for a while where you're like, you can only have your family bubble. I'm like, well, that sucks. I love you. But
Sounds like it, right?
But I'm just like, I want to see other people too. But you do become kind of a recluse when you haven't seen a whole lot of people for 2 years.
Absolutely.
You're like, okay, well, maybe I don't want to do shit anymore. Maybe I don't want to leave my house. My house is great.
So what are we doing? Are you still looking at comments, or are you digging out a game?
Brett will always be the greatest to me.
Hart?
Yeah.
Bret Hart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
There you go. I'm so far behind. I know I am. You're 41, looking good. Thank you.
I'm 44, but thanks.
Scott's 44. Tell him he's looking good too, or he'll feel bad. Tribe says hi. Hey, Tribes, how's it going? Damn bunch of numbers. At John Riggs, he must be on here somewhere. Sorry, I scrolled through. I'm going to scroll back up. Dude, you were right on that Mr. Wright Way video about some Genesis games. Then 2 days later, it was on Switch Online. So weird. Now, see, now
Anybody know what's going on? I don't know what that's
I skipped right through everything. I'm bad.
That's what happens when...
Yeah.
Anyway, game time!
Game time. Next.
Yes.
And
But
this one's
Thank
funny.
you for stopping by, Mr. John Riggs. And we have Andy DeHaan, too. And Lord Zababa's in the house. Kuan. No, not Kuan. Not Rule
good
of
guess.
Rose. I want both of those.
Yep.
I want both of those.
Okay. We're getting to the game.
I know.
Star Tropics.
Star
To go back to what we were talking about before. I'm the Star Tropics guy. This is, hey, John Riggs.
Hey, how's it going?
Thank you so much.
Then find a way to get paid for it. Yes, I learned that from literal circus clown.
John Riggs, what are you doing over here on this little channel, man? I appreciate it.
I let John know about the stream. John is another guy who's helped my channel out immensely. And I just said, I put into a Facebook chat we're part of. I said, hey, got a stream going on over here. Would love for people to stop by.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he said he would, because he's editing tonight. So John, thank you so much for being here.
Is editing not the worst and the best? Like at the end, you're like, I made this little piece of art. That's awesome. But the editing process.
I feel like Tom Hanks in Castaway when he's trying to make fire. Every time I edit a fucking video, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't remember what to do. Why is this not matching up? And then at the end of it is like, look what I have done. It's fantastic.
Yeah. And it's so much fun when you do something different you haven't done before. It's terrifying.
Yes.
But then it's fun at the same time to see how I hate watching. Sometimes when I watch other people's videos, I'm like, how did you do that? And then I try to replicate it and I can't figure it out. And I kind of want to ask, but I don't want to show my cards like, she's still learning. I should just ask. I should just ask. Or you have a different program and I don't know, but.
That is honestly, that's the way I feel with a lot of your guys' videos. Like I look at the stuff you do and I'm just like.
I'll say you guys is because I don't do any of that editing.
there was a lot of stumbling. I just stumbled. I had never used a video editing program, and I'm like, what video editing program is good? And Google said Adobe Premiere Pro. I was like, oh, all right.
Okay.
And that's kind of what I went with. And I probably can't use any of the other programs because I know that one so well. So that's just what I use.
So Star Tropics, is it an okay game?
It's it is
Not bad.
It's probably my second favorite NES game.
Whoa.
Number one would be Mega Man 2.
Ooh,
but Star Tropics is, thank you, John. Star Tropics is I just love it. Like it's so, I mean, you guys like Dr. Bird Jamaican Rum. I like stuff that takes place in the tropics. It's right the fucking so it's you go to Sea Island, and it's a mystery of just try to find your uncle, and it's such a cool thing because you go through and it's a nice mix of like RPG overworld, but when you get into the actual like combat in the game, it's like a really solid kind of Zelda-esque combat situation where you go around and you use a yo-yo for an attack. Yep. But the thing that got me, the thing that blew my mind, the thing that I remember the most is this right here, the letter that was on the back of the instruction manual.
Oh, cool.
And what the letter did was there's a certain point in the game where you'll be asked a question, and it's related directly to the letter, and you are told to dip the letter in water. 12-year-old Jay's mind was fucking blown that this like the game is telling me to do something in the real world, and when you dip it in water, a secret code is revealed on the back of the
that is
letter.
So cool.
Just fucking floored me. Like, had no idea this was going to happen, and I was so excited to just get this. And this was something that I still have my original copy of Star Tropics. It's actually on display over on the wall. But
oh, that's awesome.
I told my wife a couple of years ago, I was like, the one thing I want, I need to get a copy of Star Tropics complete in box. And I mentioned it in passing in like August. And this is what she got me for Christmas that year.
Nice.
Complete that's copy of it. And just,
I've mentioned a complete NES game there in passing a couple times. I haven't got it.
Which game would that be?
For me, it'd be Double Dragon 2.
I know what you're going to say, but I just haven't.
So
good. I love it. I love that game. That's my favorite NES game.
He's complaining that I haven't gotten him Double Dragon 2 in box, but I did get him Suikoden 2 for Christmas, and I did get you over there behind the
beer. Was beer?
I got you beer. Got the fucking sticks for the thing.
The sticks.
I can't remember saying. Oh.
Are you talking about Steel Battalion?
Steel Battalion. I got him
the
with
sticks.
Fucking controller.
The sticks.
The whole thing for Steel Battalion. I got him that 1 year for his birthday. Like,
I'm not complaining.
You're there.
Like the stuff like when you guys did and you got him the stuff for Christmas, it was such a great video. Like I loved just the 100% genuine reaction. The look on your face, Scott, was fucking
bullshit.
Perfect. Like
she fucking told me there. Okay, Christmas, we're not getting anything for each other for Christmas. And I'm like, okay. And I kind of smirked and she said, no, I'm serious. Like, she fucking chewed me right out there. And then she goes and buys me all this shit there. That's bull. That's bull.
Do you know what? The best part of that video that nobody knows is that, okay, so probably most people know we got a puppy. And I did the math on that. So he thought when he opened the box for the G.I. Joe, what is it called?
The Mobile Command Center.
Yes, the Mobile Command Center.
Sorry.
When he got
I'm a huge G.I. Joe nerd.
It's complete, which was like floored me because I never thought I'd find it complete locally.
Yeah.
When he opened that box, because I was holding it down, I just didn't want him to see inside. He thought I was holding it down because there was a puppy in there. Little did we know, the day I picked up that Mobile Command Center was the day the puppy we bought was born.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's a
Isn't
weird
that crazy?
little coincidence.
So cool.
Yeah, so he's like, I thought I was getting a puppy. And I'm like, nope, but Teddy was born that day. So yeah, it's pretty cool. They must be all the way upstairs.
You say, yeah, they're
he must be in Alex's room.
Yeah, so that was like, as much as I love seeing you get Suikoden 2, like I'm G.I. Joe was my thing as a kid. It's my absolute favorite toy.
Dude, you'd love my toy room then.
Oh, I gotta see it sometime. Like, just legit. Like,
We've been debating on doing a toy room tour here, maybe in the summer or something there. But
Yeah.
because our channel is like gaming related there, if I put out something comic or toy related there, don't
Like,
give a
what?
fuck.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
you'd see these guys up here. Those are the G.I. Joe classifieds figures,
Yeah.
the 6-inch line.
Yeah.
I was doing reviews of those like when I started the channel, and I'd get 10, 15 views on it, but my gaming stuff would get 100. And I was like, all right, well, that decision's made. I'm never doing a fucking
Yeah.
toy review ever again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Seeing the Mobile Command Center, the Mobile Command Center was my favorite G.I. Joe toy as a kid. Like, just because you could load so many fucking figures into that thing.
Oh yeah.
That and the
crazy.
Rolling Thunder, but that's another story. But so I want to show you this. I actually grabbed this to show off later, but since we're talking about G.I. Joe, I might as well.
Yeah.
I open all my toys. I don't like having anything in package just because I think they need to breathe.
All my toys are loose. Yeah.
I've seen too many Toy Story things, but
Yeah.
this is one that I bought at the comic shop I worked at in Orlando at the time. And Mike Costa, who wrote the G.I. Joe Cobra series, was in. And my favorite G.I. Joe is Chuckles. And Chuckles was the star of that series.
I think you did a video. Yeah.
I did.
think,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is autographed by Mike Costa.
Oh, that's
He's complete
cool.
package. And this is probably the only G.I. Joe I will never open.
That video wasn't that long ago, right?
No, that was probably about a month ago.
Yeah, I watched that video. Yeah.
And it was
That's pretty cool.
Like and that's the only like classic 80s G.I. Joe figure I have now is that Chuckles. Like all the stuff I have now is 25th anniversary or classified, and I'll never get rid of that. Like it's too important to me. So
yeah.
Oh, he has.
I've got about 100 of them.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm so jealous.
Yeah. Thanks to Dennis.
I picked up a bunch of them at a yard sale, and then I bought Dennis's collection he had as a kid.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Also, like he sold me all of his He-Man too, and like,
oh shit, that's cool. That was He-Man and G.I. Joe. That was
He-Man, G.I. Joe, Transformers. Holy fuck, that's my childhood.
Yeah.
Panther is in such good condition.
It took me forever to find you because Panther it's got like that purple kind of
like a velvety felt
rubs off. It took me forever to find one at a good price. That it is like fucking mint. There's no rub off on it. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty. Like I enjoy the toys kind of like secondhand because my brother had them all growing up. But if I had to try to collect one from my childhood, it would be She-Ra and her horse, because that was the one toy I had that I loved. I was a weird kid. I got out of toys really quick. Thanks.
My wife is a huge fan of She-Ra as well. So
yeah. Now we went to Disney, and here's a story there. Like because they had the new it was a Netflix series, I think, She-Ra at the time, and they had a lady there dressed up like her. And
she was probably in her early 20s, and she's like, "Hey, old lady, thanks for talking to me about."
So we had a friend, like we took our son, and we took another like a friend of the family, their daughter, with us there to Disney.
Yeah,
and she's like, my wife basically talked her into, let's go see She-Ra. Let's go. It'd be cool. And she's like, why?
Because
well,
I want to
She-Ra there.
Doesn't matter what you want.
Yeah.
You're going. Yeah, it's just like, fine, I guess we'll go over so you can talk to this lady. Yeah, and she's like, and she had to put her like, I can't
believe I'm talking to this old crazy lady.
It wasn't at Disney.
No, is it at Universal Studios?
Yeah, it was at Universal. And she put on her Universal face, and she's like, I'm just going to do what I'm supposed to do because I get paid to do it. Yeah. I'm sure it was fun, but yeah.
So Star Tropics, I've never finished it. I've played it. It's a good game. Jen has never played it. I'm confident of saying that, but I know she would like it.
I probably would like it.
It's an excellent game. It's really funny. Like there's a ton of humor in it. Like a lot of the games I really love are games that have a lot of humor in them, just because
I like that too.
Yeah, it's more fun that way. It's why I like Uncharted so much.
Yes, Uncharted's awesome.
Which is coming up later. Spoilers, but
Spoiler.
yeah, it's got a lot of humor. It's a great game. It's a lot of fun. It's
I'll
definitely
have to check it out.
It's definitely an NES game. Like
yeah.
I don't want to blow it up too much here, but it's great. For what it is, it's a great game.
Do you know what? Because I'm like really stuck in the 8th gen sometimes, where I just love that system. But then when I go back and play older games, I really, really enjoy them. I'm like, shit, why don't I play more of this? But it's so like, I don't know. I get stuck in this loop of like, I'm like, oh, I'll play more of that. I'll play more of that. And I really enjoy it. And then you just need to change it up sometimes. So when I do go back and play an older game, I love it.
That's kind of where I'm at right now. Like I'm so stuck on Switch just because I do so much with the channel for it. And it's like, I want to play other stuff. And I think probably other than the Switch, the thing I play the most is my Series X, just because Game Pass makes things so easy to try.
Oh yeah.
Convenience, right?
Yeah, absolutely. 100% convenience. And like, I feel bad because my PS5, I don't think I've turned on in 2 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, I beat Ratchet and Clank and I was like, all right, I'm good. There's nothing else I really want to play on it. So
see, I play all my PS4 games on the PS5.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got our, I mean, I think you guys, your game room's in the basement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where our living room is, and that's where my PS5 is, but we've got our PS4 Pro up in the bedroom. So, I mean, that's where my wife is, and she's hot. So I'd rather be next to her than down in the basement by myself. So.
Smart man.
Yeah. I use my PS4 Pro now as my VR machine.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Love that. And I just want to play all the scary games, and they scare the shit out of me. Yeah. And that's what I want to play.
I can't do scary games. I'm such a pansy. Like,
I am too. I get so scared by everything.
Me too. I wish scared so bad.
No, you don't. I wish we would have had the camera on me when I was playing Saints and Sinners and Saints. I always get them mixed up. Walking Dead. And Sinners, yeah, Walking Dead. And the first zombie I encountered outside the tutorial, I spun the chair around because we play it on a bar stool.
Oh yeah, like
I spun it around. Spins. He thought I was gonna like pull the system.
Four rotations there, and I seen that wire wrapping around the bottom. I'm like, she's gonna hang herself.
Well, I was like this. I'm like, get them. And yeah, I died. I didn't get them, but I also didn't pull it off the shelf. So I'm gonna go through a few of the comments first. Okay, 44. You look even better. And then Mitch said he looks like the Crypt Keeper. And then Tribe said he just finished It Takes Two with his daughter. And that is a fantastic game.
Yeah.
It is so much fun. I did see that I think Pac-Man's in the house here.
Pac-Man!
Yeah, wait.
Buddy.
I can do it. Oh, Garage Gamer. He's local to us too.
Is he? Oh, yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love some Star Tropics.
He got so excited he dunked his NES game in water to see what
right?
And that's why I needed the complete and boxed copy. The truth had to be told. It was
the old one is ruined.
Pac-Man, you down farther than this.
I messed up. I'm looking for a complete and copy box of Donkey Kong Country 3. If anyone knows of a cheap one.
Good luck. There's no games cheap anymore.
No, there's no cheap games anymore.
But I'll keep an eye out when I go to Midwest Gaming Classic. So if I find one, I'll get it sent off to you.
I can't even tell you how badly I want to go down and see everybody at some convention. It's driving me crazy.
I'm thinking it's next year.
Yeah. We spent so much on our roof this year, and we didn't know if lockdown was going to happen. Like, we were going to get out of it, and then we have to replace our deck that we're like, I think the saving up for it is next year. Yeah, the conversion rate is like our $1, and it's like worth like a penny US.
it's not good yet.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're at.
I don't care. I just want to go see you guys now. What's up, friends? Hey, Pac-Man Case.
Pac-Man.
Hey.
I don't know if the move happened yet or not.
Are you still in the process of moving?
Yes, he's doing a big move too.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Brett. That wasn't for me. My cousin has a sealed command center.
Oh shit!
Oh, that's awesome.
The hell?
That's awesome.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, open it.
Just have a box of parts. Yeah.
Man.
But it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the kind of willpower you'd have to leave that in the box? Like, thanks, Mom.
Oh, it had to be like in a warehouse and just found later on by a collector. Yeah.
I can't.
That wouldn't survive childhood.
No.
Mitch says, do it. He loves comics and toys.
Yeah.
I think that, like, if most people love games, they also have nostalgia for 80s toys, comic books. I think
But it's the way the algorithm works, right? Like, so if you're known for one thing,
you can't do anything else.
It's not going to get pushed to anybody. Like, so like gaming is what our channels are known for. So if we want to talk about something else, we have to either go make another channel or do it on fucking TikTok or, some shit like that.
We have a TikTok channel. I think I've put like
We do?
5 things on it. Yeah, I don't do anything with it because I'm just like, I don't know how to TikTok, guys. It's just I don't know how to do it.
There's
old
nothing that
TikTok.
makes me feel more awkward than doing stuff on my TikTok. I'm like, hey, I'm a 43-year-old guy with a white beard. Let's talk about comics.
TikTok.
Yeah.
You should just be able to say TikTok at the end.
Yeah.
Hi, TikTok. We're gonna get you to do that now.
Right on.
Okay. We somehow talked our parents into the aircraft carrier one year for Christmas
Oh,
and sat in the living room.
Fuck you, Mitch.
Oh, dude, you must have had to have a dedicated room for that.
Somebody was selling some, I know it's not the same thing, but Star Wars toys for super cheap.
Yeah.
And I was like, look at all this.
She was like one of the first people that probably has seen it. Like it came as soon as the ad came up. She probably could have had them, and they were really cool. But I was never a big Star Wars fan,
Yeah.
so I'm hoping it went to somebody that would collect them there. Because I would have stuck them and put them in the game room because they're of that era and they're cool. But
You wouldn't have had the same appreciation.
Dennis would have came over and fucking drooled over them because he loves Star Wars. But
Oh, he does.
I like Star Wars, but I'm not a huge Star Wars fan.
Sure.
We have 8-Bit Question House too.
8-Bit, how's it
8-Bit?
going, buddy?
How's it going? I did one toy related video and it also tanked.
Yeah, dude, it's just nobody cares.
Yeah, it's if you're not a toy channel, then you
No.
can't do it.
If you're not Toy Galaxy or Pixel Dan or something like that, you're dead on arrival. So
Pretty much.
Yeah.
My Panther had some bald spots. He was aging.
Yeah.
Ultra Magnus sealed transformer? What?
Oh,
Huh?
come
Hell.
on.
dude.
You guys are just teasing.
Open
right
the
now.
toy.
Do you know what? We got a card Alice Madness Returns card guard, and Fresh from Co-op of Nerds said, no, don't open it. Toy homelessness is a real problem. Leave them sealed so they don't get lost. I was like, that is the best comment I've heard about keeping a toy sealed. But I'm like, I see it sealed and I love it. I love the box. I hate that I can't just like.
We all love the box.
Oh, shush.
So let's talk
Okay.
about a game.
Can't confirm. All right.
The game. The game, Jen.
NHL 95.
Oh, you know what? Dennis will say you're a year off.
It's 94
You
or
would
96?
94 would be his.
94 is good. Don't get me wrong. It's my second favorite in the NHL series, but NHL 95 upped the speed a little bit. It's more true to the
Ooh.
game. It's
See, he's old. That extra speed probably couldn't handle it.
he's from the Guy Lafleur age then. So that's you don't want that.
Yeah.
So all right. So full disclosure, I've seen your videos where you've got some Canadiens jerseys on the wall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are
That's
some
like-
old. Yeah.
Makes
Way
me
back.
vomit, man. I fucking
Sorry,
hate
dude.
the Canadians. I'm a
I
Bruins fan.
was brainwashed way back.
Yeah.
I understand. None of us are
Yeah.
perfect, but it's. I was very close to wearing a Bruins jersey on the
You
show
should've.
tonight, but
You should've.
I don't know. Next time. So NHL 95. I played hockey growing up. It's my favorite sport. I watch far too much.
Are you not
on
a
TV.
secret Canadian, maybe?
I actually have family in Nova Scotia, so it's
Oh, that's real close.
not that far. No, so I grew up in Massachusetts. Spent a lot of time in New Hampshire and Vermont. So I'm from the cold, and Canada is on the not so secret. I wish I lived there list. But yeah, just it's not in the cards right now. But so yeah, potentially a secret Canadian. I love hockey.
Undercover Canadian.
Yeah,
We welcome everybody.
I know. I love this. I love the country. Absolutely love it. We were actually in Windsor the day before lockdown because we were in Detroit for the Letterkenny live concert.
Oh, okay.
And for my wife's birthday, and then we got home and they're like, yeah, the state's locking down tomorrow. I was like, fuck, I'm glad we didn't stay overnight in Canada.
We saw one Letterkenny episode because our friend was like, you have to see it. And I don't know if we just missed something more that we need to watch more episodes. So I'm like, can't do it. I don't know. So maybe I need to watch more than the first one. I may be judging it too quickly.
I don't even know if it's the first one we see.
We watched
Maybe.
half of the first episode. We're like,
the first two episodes are a little rough.
Yeah.
It really because if you can make it through Fart Book, which is like the worst episode of television I've ever seen. If you can get through that, you're in for some really good TV.
Okay. Well, maybe we have to give it a second chance because I can only watch.
We're dying for something new here because Netflix. I swear to God, I watched everything since the pandemic.
I'm about ready to watch How I Met Your Mother again.
I finished Netflix.
We finished.
Achievement unlocked.
Yes. Yes.
Achievement unlocked. You're a loser. Your couch is saying, "Please get the fuck off me and go somewhere else."
So,
that's the achievement.
So with NHL, it was I played hockey growing up. It's my favorite sport. I watch it all the time. I still buy it every year when it comes out, even though I know it's never going to be good again. And it's just this is the best one to me. It's the one I've literally put hundreds, if not thousands, of hours onto it over the years, just between playing it at my house on the Genesis or at my buddy David's house on his Super Nintendo. We would go to each other's house and play the same game. We lived a block of fucking way, but it didn't matter. But yeah, that's my favorite sports game ever, NHL 95. I still play it today.
That's awesome.
It's perfect.
See, I never had that one growing up. The one I had was the first one that came on the Genesis. I don't know if it was from 92 or 93.
Hockey.
I think it just said hockey or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's the one I played. I played it to death. So when I restarted collecting my games, I had to go and get that one.
Yeah.
And when it's not great hockey by any means there, but the sounds and the music and everything is all that nostalgia hits you. And I'm the same way as you. I buy all the hockey games, and the only hockey games I haven't gotten was the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost them.
No, I'm still here.
Oh,
sorry.
Psych.
Camera not available.
Oh, that's okay.
What is going on?
Well,
camera got tired of looking at you, dude.
I can understand that. I've seen my face. It's
that's a hard burn, Scott. And you're and our last name is Burns.
Maybe you got a ghost. That happened to us last year.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced we don't. The dogs bark at random shit all the time. So
that's the scariest shit.
Yes.
That is so scary. That's my worst thing about having a dog, because I know he's going to bark at stuff I can't hear, and then he's going to make me scared about stuff I don't even know I should be scared of.
Now, it's a little off topic here, but because your camera cut out on you and all that, I don't know if you've seen, but nobody fucking seen the video. We did a video called Haunted Game Room there, I think it was called, right?
You're being dramatic.
And anyway, we had took things from our live streams like this, and our camera had cut out. We had audio cut out. We did this, and then we used all that footage along with some other stuff, and we made kind of a
haunted game
haunted kind of a movie. That's almost
there. Brilliant.
Well, some people are like, "What the fuck?"
Some people really the people that watch us. I think regularly. Fuck, that was really cool, really well done, and Jen fucking put her heart and soul into editing it.
It was,
and when she was expecting it just to fucking woo, it's gonna be big, but because it's just a haunted game room, then nobody's like, I don't fucking watch that.
It's the worst feeling in the world when you're like, this is gonna blow up, and then it's like, why? What's going on? Why does no one care?
At the same time, I would never go back and screw it, I'm not going to make that video. It was a total passion project, and I loved it. And I'm like, I need to do more shit like that.
We did stuff there. I wore a fucking full green bodysuit, so I could be kind of green screened ghost, and we had things moving. I did all these little tricks and stuff. It was so much fun. We love that kind of a horror and Halloween, all that genre all together. So for us to do it was fucking cool.
That's
really cool.
I'm gonna a few more shit.
So what's your second favorite team? Are you allowed to have a second favorite team down there?
The only so straight up, the only team I hate is the Maple Leafs.
I know you should have said the Canadians. That would be funnier.
No, it's fine.
I don't hate the Canadians. I was actively rooting for them in the finals last year because I fucking hate the Lightning. So
yeah, we all were.
Living in Florida as long as I did, just the absolute bullshit fair weather fans that have the Tampa Bay that Lightning have is just the worst. And for them to be successful 2 years in a row is just such fucking terrible.
I swear we almost cried as a family.
I knew
because we didn't expect anything last year of them. We were like, it's not.
Yeah.
And then they got
There
so.
was that whole Cinderella story there,
Oh,
kind of. You know, they're
yeah.
making it right to the finals. And you're like, holy shit, is this '93 all over again?
My uncle, who is a Leafs fan, made sure to text me today and tell me that the Canadians are the first team out. And I'm like, thanks. Kind of figured that was going to happen. I know. He's like, just wanted to let you know. But I'm like, it's fine.
So for me with the Canadians, it's a rivalry of respect.
Yes.
Because I mean, like, you can't help but respect the franchise. They're amazing. Like, they're the
You know
story.
what? There's because of like Boston Montreal rivalry and all that. You know what? There's one Bruin player that I absolutely respect and loved. Cam Neely.
That's my favorite all-time player.
Oh, fuck that!
First ever jersey
Neely's
I
rookie
owned.
card.
Oh, that's fantastic. From
Yeah.
the Canucks?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at it in a while. It's in like a shoebox, hidden away for 20 years there now.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, the first jersey I ever owned was a Cam Neely #8.
Oh, cool.
That got stolen from me at hockey practice. Yeah, it pissed me off. But so like for me with the Canadians, it's Waugh. I was a goalie, so Patrick Waugh
that was my favorite player growing up.
He's just astonishing to watch. Just the stuff he could do was incredible, and I couldn't help but respect him. So, but the Leafs, I hate the Leafs. I fucking hate the Maple Leafs.
You know what? They're soft.
I want a fist
They're
bump
a soft team.
They're so soft. Like
soft.
Everything.
It's not hockey. It's not hockey.
It's not. And everything they do, they talk about how fucking important they are as a franchise. What have they done?
Yeah,
they've done nothing since '64.
I'm sure if you're a Leafs
fan,
they
choke.
Yeah, that's all they do.
Oh.
Sorry to any Leafs fans that are watching right now.
I think there's a couple. Because I get shit once in a while there for being a Canadians fan.
But look, hey, they haven't done anything lately. They can't get out of the first round.
They need to win a playoff series. They need to win a playoff series. That's what they need to do.
They won't. not with the goaltending they have right now.
I just need a Canadian team to win a cup. That's all I want. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is at this point.
I'm down for that. Like I personally would love to see Winnipeg go on a run, just because I think there's a neat story there.
They're like 5 years too late. Like they had an awesome team, and I was picking them there maybe 2 years in a row. I was like, oh fuck, Winnipeg's got it this year. They got it this year.
I remember you saying that.
Fell short. Yeah.
I did the same thing. Like I was convinced they were going to win, and it just didn't happen.
I remember the most, like, I was pretty sad last year when the Canadians didn't go all the way. But the worst time I ever had watching hockey was when we watched, I don't know in what order it was. The Canadians lost that night, and George St. Pierre lost.
Yes.
In the UFC, and I was like, what the fuck are we
George St. Pierre.
I was like, I don't even want a Canadian
I do believe it was Matt Serra, and Matt Serra knocked him out. And then that was because the pay-per-view I think is later. But we watched Montreal. They had to win against the Leafs.
Yeah.
If they lost, I think if they went to overtime, I think if they would have made the playoffs. And they didn't make it. And then we watched the UFC pay-per-view right after. My boy St. Pierre, and he gets fucking knocked out like brutally there, and I was like, worst day ever. Put your
flag in half-mast.
Yes. Oh yeah.
We're done. We're moving. Yeah.
Well, I think it's time for another game.
All right.
We talked too much hockey there.
Let me catch up on the comments. No.
Yeah. Welcome to Hockey Talk.
No. Yes.
Yes. Wait. Okay. You guys better come to a convention. We really want to. Siege
Dude.
2023. Yes. If I'm going to go to any of them, I really want to go to Siege. And I think you said that you're hoping to go to Siege in 2023?
Yep. If you guys are going, we're going to be there. So
fuck yeah.
Sweet.
Let's do it. Pac-Man, how's the East Coast? Because that's where he's moving.
East Coast?
New Evil Dead on the Xbox. Oh.
What?
It's in beta. So fun.
Wait. Is that
Xbox Series X?
Yeah, no, I've want. Is that basically the same kind of like the Friday the 13th game? Is that game
same developer?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not like one of those. I'm not an online player there. I like a good campaign, stuff like that.
Yeah, you do.
For me, if you gave me something like that, like in VR, where you could scare the bejesus out of me, give me the old brown pants treatment there. I love that stuff.
We always talk about wearing the brown pants. Any Centurion fans here?
Yes.
Oh, I love the Centurions.
I have one. In my collection.
the ultimate man doll, the $6 million man.
You know what? I don't have that.
That was before me.
A little bit before me too.
Facebook started out as College Hub. We can take TikTok back.
Okay.
We can try, John.
Right.
We'll try. All
right.
Let's put it to a vote.
Let's try. I'm still moving stuff. Oh, you have it staged. It's eerie. Yeah, that would be. I can't even imagine taking everything out of the game room and making it a living room again.
Oh.
Because it'd be, if somebody came to see our house, it'd be like, oh, like you. I hope you buy my house. Fuck you. I can't even. Staged homes are so weird there because it's like, I'm not even living here.
We had,
I wonder what people would think if they were going to buy a house and they walked down into my game room. They're like, the men would be holy shit, and the wives would be no fucking way.
I'll never be able to get you to come upstairs and help you with the dishes and the kids and stuff.
So our rental got sold a couple of years ago, and they let us know, the previous owners let us know like a week beforehand. They're like, hey, we're having people come through and look at the house next week. And we're like, well, fuck, that means we have to clean. And I was like, well, I'm not putting my stuff away downstairs. Like, they're just going to have to deal with all the nerd shit everywhere. And the guy who ended up buying it walked downstairs and went, oh, fuck, this is so cool.
Yeah.
And he bought it because he knew we took care of the place. So,
yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I could only imagine if somebody were like, we're going to sell our house. I couldn't tear this all fucking down there.
No.
They would come in and they'd be like, how much for all of it? How about you go fuck yourself?
You don't have enough money.
Because you get that bullshit there all the time when you're
yeah.
selling houses there. I don't know what it's like down in the States, but over here they try to fucking make you throw the TV in, the fucking couch or whatever. Anything they like, they want it.
Yep.
Like if it's nailed down to the wall, then it's theirs already.
Yeah,
like,
but if it's fucking loose, they want, wow, well, does that come with the house? Why the fuck would that come with the house, sir? It's my living room TV.
Yeah. Why? I've done 0 toy videos. Okay, I read this. I've done 0 toy videos, and yet my channel is still where it's at.
Oh,
and
I love your channel, though.
I do, too.
Yeah.
And then I loved what Dan Bunch of Numbers said. Back then, only condoms stayed sealed. About sealed toys.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of becoming a Devils fan.
A Devils fan.
Don't be a Devils fan. No, not right now. Not right now.
And then Gaber Newbie is an Oiler fan.
Oh, let me know how that works when McDavid actually wins something.
Oh, it's like you have like a fucking superstar. You have 2 superstars and you can't put a team around them.
And then
I blame management, basically. The whole
trivia. Who was
organization.
the first ever person to score a goal in the NHL?
Oh, I don't know.
Fuck if I know. I have no idea.
Some old guy.
Some old guy.
Yeah.
Someone in 1922.
Yes, he's not here anymore.
No.
He
was probably
Kraken, worst NHL debut season ever.
The Ottawa Senators would like a word.
That's the first team I thought of because I seen that comment earlier there, and I was like, I don't know. Ottawa had a fucking brutal season there.
Yeah, Ottawa was significantly worse.
Yeah.
Sales tax in Canada, it's different in every province, but we pay 15%, and it's ridiculous. 15%.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you guys have different taxes for cities too?
No,
not on cities.
No, just provincially, but it's a provincial and a federal. Is that how? I don't fucking know. At one point it was down, and we were like, oh, cool, you put the tax down a bit, and they're like, psych, and then they put it back up to where it was. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? So I'm just like, whatever.
Canadians are taxed on they tax crazy. Like they're just making up fucking taxes now.
Yeah.
Taxes on.
It's crazy.
Oh.
I don't know what gas is like where you're at, but I'm like, holy fuck, you can't go nowhere now. You might as well fly because gas.
Might as well fly. Yeah.
Yeah, gas is expensive.
We're at $4.18 a gallon, and I don't know what that is in liters.
I don't know what the conversion is of
either.
that. I don't know what liter. Yeah, I think there's like 4 liters in a gallon, or roughly.
We're at
Something like
1.7.
Yeah, we're like a
$1.
$1.70 a liter.
Yeah.
So if you were to multiply that by 4, do the
Too
math.
much.
I've been drinking.
It is too much.
It's a lot.
Brett Fleury, diehard Bruins fan. I remember Guy Lafleur sticking it to us many times. Ken Dryden was a pain in our asses as well.
I bet.
Fuck both Guy Lafleur and Ken Dryden. Right there with you, Brett.
Yep.
Letterkenny is hilarious. Well, I think we're gonna have to watch.
How
it again.
far back are you, Jen? There, we talked about Letterkenny about a half hour ago.
Look, I'm all cut up. See, blah, 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 blah.
You know what? We need some kind of a fucking like middle finger emoji or something there to like, if it's meant for us there, then we can see it. Get my attention.
Fuck, I hate and thank God Mondane's not here because he would be like, now you're behind. Every time I get behind on the chat, he's like, now you gotta take a drink.
Take a drink.
But
it's time for a game.
Yeah.
Time for
all right, this one I
okay, wait.
will...
I'm gonna try to guess it when I come back. And
we play this game.
We play this game sometimes.
You're gonna tell me the game, and then we're gonna put it away before she gets back, and then you're gonna give her a rough description of it.
And then I'm going to try to guess it. So so don't give away any clues while I'm filling my glass.
Right.
Okay.
Give her.
This one will be good then because you guys have talked about it in a previous video, and it is Rising Zan, the Samurai Gunman.
She's never gonna get this.
Yeah,
never. Never. I want that game though.
So this one is this is one I found, I think at it's the original copy I had. I found it at an EB and it was like $3.
Holy crap.
I was like, fuck yeah, this sounds stupid enough to buy. I don't know what it's about, but
they're like a freaking $150 now on eBay.
Yeah. It's a terrible game. Absolutely.
I see a lot of people. Yeah, I can't say too much because she'll guess there, but yeah.
Sure. Best intro song I've ever seen in a video game though.
I don't know what it is.
Oh my God. All right. I will, like, just for fear of copyright claim, I'm not going to put it public, but I will make a video of it.
Yeah.
And I will share it to you guys unlisted so you can see it. It's so bad. It's good.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah. It's like the most terrible 80s rock power ballad. Just fantastic. It's so good. It's absolutely wonderful.
That's what I like. Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah, so this was strictly on the list just to rub it in a little bit.
I kind of thought that maybe, yeah. I have never seen one in person. Never seen one in person.
I've only ever seen it in person the one time I bought it. Like it's that weird of a game and that weird of a title that I think people who have it just are like, I'm never letting this go.
Yeah, probably.
And it's not worth it.
Feeling powerful.
Feeling powerful?
I might
What'd you do there? Take a dump? She went to the washroom.
No, I was like, because I had like passing by clues where you're like $150. I really want that game. And I was like, okay, start thinking about games.
We'll give you.
I need to know what Jen.
3 guesses.
I need to get to know what Jen. I get to know what Jen. Get to know what Jen.
It's this Jen right here.
No, yeah, I get to know.
I don't think you do.
No,
not fair.
I will give you one hint.
Okay.
You guys have talked about it in a previous video.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. That could be any number of games.
I've only talked about a couple games.
150.
And it's not Double Dragon 2.
Whoa.
Okay. Can I 21 questions this shit?
You get 3 questions. Ask 3 questions, he'll answer them. That's it. That's all you get.
Okay. What Gen? Is it 6th?
Yes.
So it's an Xbox game.
That was a question mark all over that.
Fifth gen.
I get them mixed up too. I always have to count in my head there.
Yeah, fifth or 4th. Mid-90s. How's that?
Fuck.
Next question. It's going well though. They're very clear answers.
Is it PlayStation?
It is.
Oh, okay.
It's 2 questions. What's your final question? Do you need a phone a friend? Oh, you don't have any friends.
I have at least one friend. Is it a survival horror?
No.
No. Okay. So it's maybe an RPG. Oh, I see smiling. I fucking can't.
You get 1 guess, though. Come on. Boo, 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 boo.
I will give you 1 free hint.
Oh,
Okay.
that's bullshit.
I like
there,
that.
there are heavy Japanese influences in the game.
Oh. It's my Japanese impression. Sorry for any Japanese viewers there.
Good Fuck. I don't know. I'm gonna kill myself. Like, not really.
Rising Zan, the
Oh,
Samurai
yes!
Gunman.
But I was never, you know what? I was never gonna guess that.
Nope.
But yes, he did talk about Rising Zan before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was never gonna guess.
I think it's
that.
on a wish list.
Yeah, it is on a wish list.
He basically brought it here just to rub my nose in it.
I did. That
Well,
was the
you
entire
talked
reason it got
about
brought.
Suikoden too to rub his nose in it. So it's even. It's even. Thanks a lot, guys, for not even telling me in the chat.
No,
I tried.
no cheating.
Good job, everybody.
Pinch the loaf. Good news. No, I dropped a quad. I don't even know what the fuck it is. Oh, what's happening, guys? I hope you're staying safe up there in Canada and you have a great weekend. Well, I dropped a quad, and we talked about a game Scott doesn't have, so it's going pretty good.
Ugh. Oof.
My favorite character is Bimmy. Was that a hint?
I have no idea.
I have no idea. I don't remember if it is.
Okay.
It's been a minute since I played it, so.
Okay.
All right, another game.
All right,
Hopefully
jumping up
nothing you're gonna rub my nose into.
to the GameCube.
Ooh.
Beautiful Joe.
Beautiful Joe.
We have it, I do
Yes.
believe, but we have not played it.
No, I've played it.
I have not played it.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
You should play it. It's
Yes.
it's kind of the perfect example of what the fuck is wrong with Capcom right now. Because it's a series that by all intents and purposes should be huge, and they just completely forgotten about it and don't do anything with the character. So
Yeah, that sounds about right.
yeah, it's an absolute it for something that is, Jesus Christ, when did this come out? 2002, 2003. So for something that's 19 years old,
Yeah.
visually it holds up. Like, it's
Oh, yeah.
absolutely stunning game. The mechanics and the gameplay in it are spectacular. Like, I was playing it a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, Jesus, this is still so good.
I think I played it probably about 2 years ago. Yeah.
And it's like everything in the series is really good. Red Hot Rumble's a little bit of a miss for me. I don't think it's as much fun, but
I think
one
I
and
have
two
it.
are great.
I'm not 100% sure.
Mitch says he wants a Beautiful Joe collection remaster so bad.
Hell yeah.
So bad.
Hell
so
yes.
many exclamation points. Yeah, I could say that about like so many games. I have to play that. I have to play that. I wish I had more time.
Well, there's so many friggin' games. Like, you
There are.
can't play them all, right?
Do you know
Really
what
like
I
to try.
did get through before we got the puppy that I was pretty excited? Well, I had to finish it when we got him, but I finally got through Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'd never
Nice.
played. I played Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Remake back to back.
I actually started playing Final Fantasy VII again because you were playing it.
Oh, yeah?
Because
Oh,
I played it when it first released, and I didn't like it.
No?
No.
What
it
did you
was-
think about it this time around?
It's better than I remember.
Yeah.
It's still not. I still don't hold it in the regard that a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Played it on the Switch, I'm assuming, eh?
Yeah, I played it on the Switch.
Yeah.
I played it on the Switch as she was playing it on the PS2 there, like PS1, disc there, and it looked better on the PS1 game.
Yeah, like I don't
Yeah.
remember it looking quite as rough as it does on the Switch. Like the
Muddy.
the remaster just did not do that game any favors.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't like most of the characters, and I forgot how to get half of them. Like, I don't remember how to get Yuffie or Vincent.
Oh.
Or
I never got
Can you
Yuffie or
can you
Vincent.
get Yuffie in the remake?
No,
'Cause
no,
I
no.
don't
He's
know about
talking
the
about the remaster.
the original.
Oh, the original.
The original
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the Switch. Because you got Yuffie and
I-
you got Vincent.
Yeah, I got both.
But
Yeah.
he looked it up.
I had the strategy guide, so I was like following along. I wanted to make sure I got everything there and understood what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah,
I was watching. We were playing at the same time. I was playing it on the Switch on the 65-inch, and she was playing it on the what is that? What do we have? A
I think
37-inch
37, yeah.
tube TV there, and hers looked way better.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
When I tried to do the side-by-side comparison in the video, there wasn't a big discrepancy, but I had pulled a side-by-side off of two videos off of YouTube because we didn't game capture them, sadly enough. But it wasn't a big discrepancy. But when you were in the room and looking at the Switch copy, it looked like
side by side. It's
somebody had a sticker on like a fridge magnet on the background, and the characters were just kind of going along, and it looked kind of weird.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I'll agree with that, definitely.
Yeah, I think I had a little bit of like, it was my first RPG, so it kind of like, and I had a hard time getting through it because I didn't use a whole lot of the strategy guide. I didn't use it at all.
No.
Every now and again when I get stuck, I look something up really quick, but I kind of just wanted to do it on my own. So
yeah, you didn't get Yuffie either.
I didn't get Yuffie or
Vincent. Yuffie is like tough to like. You got to do things in a specific order, like, or you don't get her. That's it.
Yeah.
And it was random too, wasn't it? Like you had to be in like a specific jungle. And
yeah, well, I think it was any wooded area there, and then you had to go in, and it was a random amount of encounters. Maybe you'd get her.
Well, you had to do it in a certain sequence too. You had to answer certain questions.
It was a bunch of questions, and you had to do everyone in a certain. Yeah, you had to get the right. Yeah, the odds of getting it. Like that's what I said when I was playing it. I was like, the odds of me getting this character without the strategy guy was almost zero.
Night Generation Pixel, thanks. It's got to be late there, but have a great rest of the stream. Final Fantasy VII for life, y'all. You went American there on us for a little bit, y'all.
Yeah.
Marcus said that it doesn't hold a candle to Suikoden 2 for me. Honestly,
well, kind of agreed on that one.
Yeah.
But talk about needing a strategy guide. Holy shit.
Do you?
Oh fuck!
That strategy guide for Suikoden 2 is ridiculously expensive. I'm just gonna have to go online there. And
for what? For
Suikoden 2.
The Suikoden 2 strategy guide.
Shit.
I've still got mine somewhere. It's here somewhere. I don't know where it is, but
I think it's like over $100 for that.
Yeah, I think so.
I can get it cheaper in town from the guy that sold me the game. He also has the strategy guide, I do believe.
I
didn't get it at the time.
It's definitely worth it. Because so the entirety. Here, I'm going to nerd out because Suikoden's my favorite series.
Do it.
So the entire. I was actually going to show off. This is Suikoden 1. So the entire basis of the series is you are collecting the 108 stars of destiny, and that's not just like items or anything like that. You have to recruit 108 characters into your army.
Oh Jesus!
And you don't have to, but that's how you get the best ending.
Okay.
So, and you're gonna want to, because the way they're written in like each of the Suikoden games, except four is a little shitty, but the other 4 games are fantastic, and they're brilliantly written, and the characters are awesome. And Suikoden 2 in particular is in a really powerful story. Like the characters at first kind of glance are going to be like, all right, whatever. These are just some, typical JRPG kids. But the further you get into the game and the shit that these characters go through is really kind of churning to deal with, because it's some deep shit, and it's a great game. Yeah. I absolutely love it. Like I always say it's my favorite game of all time. Suikoden 2 is my favorite game of all time. People are like, oh, you just like it because it's expensive. I was like, nope, not why I like it. It's
just a great game.
It is my favorite story ever told in a video game. It is absolutely brilliant, and I bought it when it was $5 on clearance at Toys R Us.
Oh, nice. Shit!
It was dirt cheap. Like, yeah, it's a great game. Absolutely fantastic. I'm jealous that you get to experience it for the first time.
Well, that's
right. Isn't that cool though?
Yeah.
Every time I play a game that people are like, holy shit, this is amazing, I'm so excited that I get to experience it now for the first time, because how often does that happen?
It's a game that I go back to every year. I play it through every year.
Oh, do you?
How long is the game roughly?
Long. I usually start in August because I don't want to be outside. I want to be in the air conditioning. So I'll start in August, and I usually finish towards the end of September. It's 60, 70 hours. But
okay.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Marcus is also saying that and Chrono Trigger are better RPGs in my opinion.
Yeah.
Suikoden 2 and Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger as well is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one I'm gonna try and get to this year.
I'm hoping I can. I listed 10 games, and then we got a puppy, and I was like, fuck, I can hope I can get through those games. Tyson is the one that's really bothering me, that I'm worried I won't get through. That I've made progress.
Well, that's the problem, is like
But I've
You
probably
made
lost
progress a month ago and then haven't touched it since. That's the timing's off. You lost the time.
It's
You have to go
all
back
muscle
again.
memory. You
Oh
gotta,
man, I
Yeah.
know.
Because I think I went like 9 months from the last time I beat Tyson to this time, and it took me probably a good 10 or 12 tries before I got it. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Just get my ass kicked.
Team Pandora's asking, are any of you into the Front Mission franchise that kicks monkey balls?
No, I don't.
Never played Front Mission. I've heard nothing but
No.
good stuff about it, but it's just a series I never tried out.
And then Marcus is saying, hey, Jay, did you see the upcoming game? I fucking can't pronounce that.
Uden Chronicle.
Uden?
Yes, I was a Kickstarter backer for it.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
I think that was one of those games I was excited for.
Like, I remember hearing
did a
about it,
video
I was
there
like,
early
I
in
can't
the year.
pronounce that.
Or was it late last year? I can't remember.
I can't remember either. Okay, I'm like caught up. Let's do another game.
We got 15 minutes
That's
left
not
to
even
our
fair.
2-hour stream here.
Okay, 15
so,
minutes.
Yeah, you better
all right,
grab the
I got
friggin' meat and potatoes here.
I said Uncharted. I'll talk about Uncharted. You guys know I like Uncharted.
Yay!
Uncharted's fantastic. Uncharted was the series that got me into kind of the back into the PlayStation. Like I completely skipped the PS3. I had nothing to do with it. I worked on it and I hated it. So
I
it's
could
like
see that,
it was a nightmare
work.
to develop a game for, and I didn't want anything to do with it. So I didn't get a PS3 until I had already had my PS4 for like 3 years.
Okay.
And the first Uncharted game I played was Uncharted 4. And
that's a fantastic game to start with because it's probably the best one.
It's so good. It's so good.
He is an Uncharted virgin.
I haven't touched Uncharted
yet.
yet.
Oh my god. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It's such a great series. Like every character in it is fantastic, and the Uncharted 4 is it's magic to me just because the story is so good and you learn so much about Nate and Sam, and it's perfect. It's just awesome. And Lost Legacy is great too, because getting to play as someone other than Nate was a really fun treat. So,
and I think some people were like probably scared that they weren't going to play as Nathan Drake. They're like, what the fuck? It's supposed to be Nathan Drake. But playing, is it Chloe and
Naomi,
right. I loved it. I really, really enjoyed it. That was my last one I played because I think I played Golden Abyss just before Lost Legacy. That was the last one. Golden Abyss.
Not
That's
a fan.
the Vita one, right?
Not a fan.
I wasn't either, and some people love it, and I'm like, I think you even said that in our last video. You could skip it. It doesn't. I didn't think it added anything to it.
Completely agreed. Yeah. It doesn't do anything for the franchise. Like it's a fine game, but it's not like the other 5 games. You have to play that one. You don't have to.
Exactly. It didn't add anything to the, like you said, to the franchise. And I hated that like back screen or whatever it was slashing through the bamboo and the grass. I'm like, I don't care about that shit.
Yeah, me either.
I just didn't care about it.
Not a mechanic I enjoyed, not something I wanted to do, and just I gotta put something down real quick. 1 second.
Yeah, no worries.
We work in a very small space, but so for me, Uncharted is my favorite series. I've got everything.
Nice.
I bought all the remasters. And I will play them again. I haven't played the PS5 version yet because, like I said, I haven't turned my PS5 on in a couple months, but I will. But okay, so last video game, and then I have one other thing to show. Spider-Man PS4. Fucking mind-blowing game. Absolutely mind-blowing game.
Did you play Miles Morales?
I've played a bit of Miles Morales. I haven't gone back to it yet because I'm trying to play through the remastered version on the PS5.
Okay.
Of the first one.
Okay. Dennis is literally playing Miles Morales right now, and I had this discussion with him there, and it's like it's the same game, you know.
That was kind of what I experienced when I played it. I was like, this is the same thing, and I mean that's okay because I mean the first one was so good, but it's very clearly DLC that got repackaged.
It should have been DLC. DLC. I don't know, like if you read the Miles Morales comics there, but I've read quite a few of them there. I have the first appearance of Miles Morales and all that, and
that's awesome.
Like the game, the story, what they showed you was good, but it could have been so
They
much
didn't
better.
do Miles Morales
Yeah,
justice.
yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
in that
You can
game.
do so much with Miles, and it was
Yep.
like the stuff I've read about the story. I'm like, all right, you kind of got halfway there as to what makes the character special, but you're not.
Yeah.
You got to go all in on him. He's such a great character.
Yes, exactly.
It's not DLC. He's got to have his own.
He has to have his own real game.
To play the main story without doing any of the side missions and unlocking all the the suits and stuff there. I don't think I played it for longer than 5 or 6 hours. It was done.
Oh my god, really?
I was like,
yeah,
oh my shit, and it pissed me off because I got my PS4 late. So the previous Christmas, I got my PS4 and I got Spider-Man and I got God of War and I played Spider-Man. It was freaking awesome. I loved it. I played the hell out of it. I didn't 100% the game, but I played the hell out of it.
Yeah.
And then the next Christmas, I got Miles Morales there, and it was like, I just fucking played this, you know. So I didn't want to go and unlock all the suits again, do all the side missions, all that stupid shit. It doesn't really add to it. And I was like, just played the main story, and then by the end of it, I was like, that's it. I was like 5-6 hours in.
Miles was fun to play, but the story wasn't particularly good. The villain was a letdown for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't any like really amazing villains. There was some like good villains.
The last boss battle was not really memorable, but I remember it being tough. But it was, I think, the boss battle before that, but I don't want to ruin it for you. But it wasn't the last one, but I think it might have been the one before that was my favorite
Yes, I
fight.
remember you saying
I'm not going to say who it is or anything, so I don't want to ruin the story for you.
Well, the thing I liked about the first one is that it hooked you immediately with Kingpin. Like, it fucking just tosses you right in. It's like, all right, we're throwing all the big deal villains at you. You're getting the Sinister Six, you're getting Kingpin.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm in. Let's go.
Oh,
and I didn't get that when I played Miles. I played Miles to capture some footage for it was a pickups video, and I was like,
yeah,
it's Christmas, okay, big deal. Like, I don't really care.
Like, it's a good game, but it was so short that it was a DLC. Because I paid, like, up here in Canada, it's like fucking $90 there for a game. And I played for 5 fucking hours. And I was holy shit, that's it? It's done?
That's not good.
No.
Oh shoot, sorry, DOA Hitman. What did he say? Was my NBA question answered? I turned off the stream temporarily. Sorry. Can you ask it again? Because there was
Jen skipped over a bunch of it.
I had to skip through a lot of stuff. Yeah, so put it down there again so we can answer it. Sorry about that.
Before the stream ends.
Yeah. But yeah, I would like to see a true, real good Miles Morales game done properly.
They may have to wait now.
Yeah.
I'm stoked for the Wolverine game. Like, I think that shit's going to be so good.
That's
and
going to be crazy.
I'm ecstatic that it's single player.
Yeah.
Like, they're not trying to shoehorn multiplayer shit in there. Just give me a fucking single player Wolverine game and I'm down.
Wolverine. So. Yeah. I hope they do Wolverine the way it should be done. Because Wolverine is my favorite Marvel character. Right after that, I would say the Hulk and then Spider-Man.
Okay. I think for me, it would be single characters would probably be Beast, and then Wolverine, and then the Thing. So.
Oh yeah.
Hawkeye's up there too for me now. I'm thinking about it.
Really? See, I like Captain America, and like I love the Iron Man movies, but I can't get into the comics at all.
Yeah.
I don't like the comics. Like I don't like Tony Stark in the comics at all.
No.
Like,
No.
I can't root for him. Like he's just a scumbag.
Yeah, really though. Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
I have not read them, but the few comics I am allowed to read, Scott's like, okay, flat surface, white gloves, here we go. And I'm like, okay, well then I don't even want to read them.
I let her read the Walking Dead series, and there was something else. Was it Nailbiter or something I got you to read?
No, it was what is it? The guy was doing a bunch of bad stuff, and he was supposed to die, and then he got his soul back or something like that. Like he got his back, but they were like holding his soul or something like that. I can't remember what it was.
Remember
but it was
the name
so
of the
good.
comic, but you the whole premise of the story, as I try to rip through quick here, is like the guy tries to commit suicide jumping off a building or whatever, and he doesn't die. And then he has like a demon comes to him and says, "There, I saved your life. Now you owe and the whole time he has this demon in his head saying that you need to kill people for me. I need souls. And if you don't, you're gonna get fucking sick to the point until you die, and he's getting sick. But in that whole time, you're questioning whether he's actually seeing that, or is it mental health? You know what I mean?
Cool.
It's
so
really cool.
Good.
I can't remember the name of that. That series was fantastic.
Yeah, and you just kind of picked it up on a whim.
At first, he starts killing criminals, and that's how going. Like, I don't want to say too much. I'm gonna try to remember. Like, if you're interested in, shoot us a message on one of the social medias there.
He's got so many long.
I'll try and figure it out. Yeah,
definitely. I would love to know. Have you guys read Ncaa?
No.
Oh fuck, Ncaa is so good. Okay,
is it?
So yeah, Ncaa is a guy who plays. He's an FBI profiler.
Okay,
and he's the best in class. He's the best to ever do it.
You had me at FBI profiler.
The reason he's able to do it is because he will eat a piece of the victim, and he gets to see what they saw. So he gets to find out the killers. It's fucking fantastic.
Oh my god,
so good.
Ncaa.
So good. Yep.
I'm definitely.
I have to check that out.
Yeah. That sounds really, really good.
It's amazing.
Oh, I have to do a Hitman said. I think it's about the NBA. Do any of you follow the NBA, and if so, what team?
I'm Canadian.
Yeah.
Even when the Raptors won,
we were like, oh, cool, they won.
Last time I watched basketball was the last time Michael Jordan and Pippen won the fucking
holy shit
championship. That was in the 90s, right? Like, I was in high school. That's the last time I watched any real basketball.
And he said he wants a complete Madden collection, and he was wondering if anybody had Madden. What does it say? He meant PS2, but I was wondering if anybody had Madden 09 to 12 on PS2.
I don't think I have anything.
I don't think we have anything.
It's not something I grabbed.
Yeah. We used to grab anything and everything, but now we're like, you know what? No.
Sports titles there.
You got to be selective.
Absolutely.
I worked on Madden and I don't own any. Like, it's I worked on Madden 09 DS, so if you ever want to play paper football, go for it. But it's it wasn't my thing. Like, it's just not my thing.
Yeah.
I one last thing to show.
Yes, absolutely.
I want to show this because I know you guys are into board games too.
Yes.
And I saw when you got Mansions of Madness, the last expansion.
Yes.
So cool. And I've got Arkham Horror and other stuff on the other shelves, but this is one of my favorite board games. It's Luchador Mexican Wrestling Dice. And the great thing about this is it's a 3D board that has rubber bands that go around the ring, and you roll your dice in there. And if your dice pop out, you lose access to them for that turn. So it's just like jumping out of the ring and wrestling.
Cool.
It's stupid fun. It's so much fun. I have a huge board game collection. I absolutely love board games. So I wanted to make sure I showed off one of my favorites because I know you guys dug them as well.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure she's gonna go check it out.
I'm like, Ncaa, Luchador game, go, and we're gonna check them.
I can almost picture like the Ncaa comics, like that is probably like a certain graphic Ncaa there. Like because I'm at the comic store there. I used to go every week, but I have a file now. Now I'm there probably every 2 or 3 weeks, and I just pick up my file and then I go see what's on the shelf.
Yeah.
I had to cancel a pull list just because it was getting
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a backlog of probably over 50 comics, probably somewhere between 50 and 100. I don't know. There's like a stack like this high that I got to get through.
Yeah, you have well, he had some out on our bar top, and I was like, what are we doing with these? We can't leave these here because he'll leave. We have comic books in the bedroom.
I'll binge read though.
No.
Like I'll get stacked.
We have comic books in the bedroom.
I've read all those.
We have comic books in the game room. We have comic books in the living room.
I don't know. I only have maybe about 6 long boxes there. That's not bad.
That's still a lot.
I kind of pared down most of my stuff to trades just because it was getting to be too much to buy.
I got to do that too. Yeah. I really do.
Issues all the time, and it's $4 for a fucking comic now. It's like,
I
it's
know.
Too much.
It's too more in Canada.
It's too much.
Yeah.
I want to get through a couple of these comments first before we
put
500 hours into Days Gone. I love that game. Holy shit! Is there 500 hours to put into Days Gone?
That fucking game, did you?
That is a phenomenal game. Have you played Days Gone?
I have not played Days Gone, and I haven't played Last of Us either.
What?
Woo, buddy, missing out.
I know. I've got it on my PS5. I've got the
You know?
remaster on there. I
Oh,
Well,
just
so good.
you know what? The
never got around to it.
PS3. I only got my PS3. I think after the PS4 came out.
Like you did too.
Like I was 360 guy. I had 360 for a long time because that's what my buddy had. So I got a 360, and Dennis convinced me that I had to play Last of Us. So what I did is I went out and I bought a broken PS3, and then I fixed it. So I bought one that was $20, and I fixed it for $20. So
Nice.
I $40, and I'm still running that same machine today, and that was like 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago, probably, or more.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So but that's why I haven't played the Uncharted series. I've got I hadn't touched any of those exclusive games back, on the PS3. Now I'm trying to get back and get them all. I did God of War last year, hardcore. I almost got through the whole series. I think I'm only missing maybe 2 games.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to play Last of Us. I was like you. I was Xbox 360, and that was where I put my focus, and I just didn't have an interest in it. And I don't do a whole lot of scary or survival horror stuff, so it wasn't something that I was felt a pressing need to play. But everyone says how great it is. I gotta try it out.
It is, yeah.
Just
and I'm
amazing.
real interested in the TV series.
I'm so excited for that. I didn't know what to think of the lead character as Joel until I watched The Mandalorian, and I was like, fuck, he can do it. He can do it.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah,
Pedro
I think it's
Pascal
gonna be really
is fantastic.
good. Yeah. I love anything zombies, and so I'm so excited for a new, especially.
So if you were a 360 guy, you've in the same boat as me and my son. We both say the 360 controller is our favorite controller ever.
It's up there for me. I think my favorite controller ever is the GameCube controller, but the 360 is, and Gary's going to be fucking just losing his mind right now because he hates the 360 controller. But yeah, it's up there. I love it.
That's Dennis. Yeah. Dennis, we had he was PS3, so when he plays the 360, he's like, I fucking hate the triggers. And I said, well, I'm the opposite. I'm so used to the 360. When I go and play the PS3 controller, it feels so fucking light and cheap. And I hate the triggers. I hate
the PS3 controller. It feels like a Wish controller.
Oh, it does.
I feel like I'm gonna break the fucking thing because
I don't know how they're still working. They're so cheap feeling.
They played through Army of Two on the 360.
On the 360,
and so we
loved it.
Looked everywhere in town for Army of Two, the 40th day. We looked everywhere, or 40th night, or whatever.
No, the 40th day.
40th day.
Yeah.
We looked everywhere, but only PS3 copies.
I could get a PS3 copy.
So
sounds like no.
We got one in the mail. It arrived.
I hate that controller.
It arrived on Friday, and Scott was like, we could play it, and Alex is like, let me see, and he held the PS3 controller. He's like, no, I can't do it, Dad. I just can't.
It's just gross. I don't like it.
So they're waiting until the Xbox.
I'm thinking it'll come in Monday there.
Yeah, he can't. He just can't do it. But we played through Resident Evil 5, Dennis and I, because I'd never played it.
Dennis had played it previously on the PS3.
Yeah.
And she never played it. And I was basically looking after the puppy. I get to play a little bit here and there, but I had to look after the dog. He's not ready just to sit and be good there yet, right?
Well, he doesn't like the game room. He's not, but he's so used to being up in our living room that's his safe, happy place. He comes down here and he doesn't know how to relax.
Yeah. Can't sit still.
Our 2 puppies are the same way. They'll come down here and they just fucking go spastic and run around, and then they go back upstairs and they're fine. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And you'll bring everything down they love to the game room, and it still doesn't matter.
No.
Yep.
It still doesn't matter. You can bring a cat anywhere, but a dog is like, no. I'm more human than that cat.
So Dennis complained, I swear to God, for the last half of the fucking Resident Evil 5 game. I fucking hate this controller. It hurts my fingers. I'm like, come on, dude.
What's your fingers?
The triggers hurt my fingers. I'm like,
come on.
I'll get you a manicure afterwards. Oh, Jesus.
I don't know. That's the one I wore out my fucking the green Master Chief one there.
You did.
So I had to actually order new sticks off of fucking God knows what website and had to tear it apart and put them on because there was no rubber left of the sticks at all.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, there's supposed to be a fine design writing on that controller, but there's no fucking writing on that controller.
Oh no,
it's just green.
I
wore it right out. I have a lot of hours on that controller.
Okay, I have a few comments here. Marcus said Nightcrawler, And
That's good.
then
That's
DOA
good. Good
Hitman
choice.
said, I'm a Nightwing guy.
I'm a DC guy over Marvel, so I'm Nightwing. Yeah.
Oh, are you
you?
DC?
Yes,
Wow.
Yep.
I wish they could make a fucking movie.
Oh, shit. Yes, me too.
Yeah.
Just finished work. We'll have to watch back tomorrow. No problem, Gern. We totally understand.
Yeah.
Mitch is saying Chew is great.
Really?
And then
fucking read that.
it's going wacky on me. Damn bunch of numbers is saying Chew. Oh, sick.
Ah.
Yeah, I really need to check that out.
I don't know if you're a Ninja Turtles fan, but I've been reading The Last Ronin.
Yeah.
I haven't read that one yet.
I'm liking that a lot.
Yeah.
Liking a lot. Yeah.
Awesome. I will check that one out.
Anyone
Yeah,
ever read Skyward? My Zero G Life.
Nope.
No.
Never heard of it.
What else do we have here? How dare you say you don't play survival horror in front of Jen? I don't know. I like in my everyday life, it's like sunshine and rainbows, and I just like to come down in the game room and I'm like, what will I play today? Probably something survival horror. And I'm trying not to play it all the time, but man, that's just where my heart is. I love survival horror games. I don't know what it is.
If you like it, then like it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's games are supposed to make you happy, and that's at the end of the day. If
or
that's
scared,
happy or scared. Yeah, it's supposed to trigger an emotional response. That's what games are there for.
I'm an adrenaline junkie. I love that. If I go to a theme park, I'm like, what is your biggest roller coaster here? I will be on that ride.
Nope,
and that's where I want to be.
Dude, I don't like the G-forces.
Oh, dude.
I don't like the G-forces because when I get off that roller coaster, I feel all that pressure.
Yep.
I don't like it. Now, but you put me on a 3D ride, she can't do the 3D rides at all.
They make me
vomit.
Fucking whip me around. I don't give a fuck there. Like my son, we have that roller coaster tycoon there for VR.
Mm-hmm.
I told my son, go nuts. Take the craziest fucking roller coaster you can. I did it. Yeah, it's awesome there. She almost got sick, and then Dennis almost cried.
That was his scariest game.
Yeah, we have video of that. It was pretty awesome there.
When we were at Universal, when we went to Canada's Wonderland. Sorry, I should say we went to Canada's Wonderland probably about 4 or 5 years before we went to Universal. And I didn't get to ride the Leviathan.
Well, it was down for maintenance or something. It broke down.
And I was pissed, and I left pouting. And imagine a mid-30-year-old
feet.
Yes, it was
bitchy all the way.
It was a travesty. And when we went to Universal, and I was like, oh, the Hulk coaster. And my mom just like stopped in the middle of the whole thing, and she's like, listen, I don't care what we have to do today, but she is not leaving here until she rides the fucking Hulk coaster. So you kids are gonna have to like calm the fuck down and just be chill for a couple minutes. She is doing this roller coaster today.
Yeah.
And I'm like, thank you.
So you and your dad
And me and my dad, who is in his 60s, went on the Hulk coaster.
Fucking had a blast.
Smiles, like Joker smiles.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And we were so happy. I just remember looking at my dad, and he's smiling the biggest smile I've ever seen. I'm like, we're living our best life, Dad. And he's like, yeah. And he's a total adrenaline.
I did the rock and roller coaster. Was it rock and roll? Whatever it was there. It was that was at my limit. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm roller coastered in for the day.
Yeah, it was the best. I had so much fun.
We are at 7 minutes past.
Oh shit!
So
damn it,
man, we're gonna. I appreciate you coming on. I had a lot of fun there. So much fun. We just keep talking. Jen, if I don't say bye, Jen will just keep talking.
Easy Going Gaming said much love, homie. So I just had to put that out there before.
Easy Going Gaming, buddy.
Thank you guys so much for having me on. This is like it's absolute joy.
I'm so happy we found each other. Like this is what I keep finding with the gaming community. There's
it's a great community.
There's a channel you haven't quite found yet. And you're like, oh, my new best friend. Like it's such a phenomenal community.
Yeah, when I first discovered you guys, I watched it was Mr. Wright Way's video, and I watched your segment. I was like, oh, they're fucking hilarious. I got to check out their channel. And I watched the video, and it's like the first thought I had was like, this is like hanging out with my friends and just talking to games, and this is that's what I want.
That's what we do. And I said we should just fucking throw a camera in front of us, and but Jen edits it up, so it's like there's no dull moments, obviously, but or try not to. Cuts out my stupidity.
I really appreciate you guys having me on. Like it's
we appreciate you coming on. That's
like
awesome.
I think for a lot of folks I still have that imposter syndrome. So
imposter syndrome, what the hell does that mean?
Well, it's like when I do a video and people are like, oh, you're so good. I'm like, no, shut up.
Oh no,
like,
you are.
No, your channel is really, really fantastic.
You have like, there's, you know, we have a lot of friends on YouTube there. Then there's some people that are like great at editing. Some people are just really good in front of the camera there, and like some people know their shit and all that. Like you get good editing, and you have a really good personality in front of the camera there. Like that's hard. Especially one person. I don't know how you do it one person, because I struggle big time one person in front of the camera. Like,
yeah, that's tough.
There's a lot of cutting room floor shit. Like,
yeah.
It's I don't know. Like I feel like I never feel like I do well on videos. Like every video I do is the worst video I've ever done.
But I think if you feel like that, then you're like constantly growing.
Yeah.
And improving.
You're critical of your own creativity.
But it's always something where I'm a little bit taken aback when people I respect, people I admire, and people I enjoy start watching my stuff, and building a rapport with you guys and talking to you guys, and just like this is awesome. This is what I want. This is exactly what I needed from YouTube.
This is what we need. Yeah. Like we started into it there because we were like, yeah, it'd be nice to make money doing, talking about stuff we enjoy. And like,
absolutely.
You see big channels doing it, like Metal Jesus and all that. I can do that. And like one of my favorite channels is Happy Console Gamer, like because he's Canadian there. He talks so passionately and everything there. And we watch them. I've been watching them for fucking ever.
Well, we kind of
very
always want to
rarely leave a comment because I'm always afraid of that. I think the phrase has been thrown around a lot, like standing on the shoulders of giants there, like because he's such a big channel. I don't want to feel like I'm like, begging for scraps or like, mention me or something like that. But I just genuinely like his channel, and I have long before I even started YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, for me, it was something where I remember it was something, I think it was on a Kotaku article, and Metal Jesus was interviewed, and I was like, oh, that's a funny name. What is his stuff about? And I ended up watching it. I was like, well, this guy's fucking chill. I like his stuff. Like this is fun. He loves video games. I love video games. I could do this.
Yeah.
And then the first 6 months I was like, I can't do this. I have no idea what I'm doing.
It looks easy, but
yeah, it's a lot of work, and it's finding people like you guys who understand that, because it's not just the talking to the camera, it's not just the editing, it's the brainstorming ideas, it's the financial obligation that comes into it, because you are spending so much money on stuff.
Yeah,
and it's
equipment alone. There's
exactly.
Well, when Peter said something here, said imposter syndrome, the feeling of how am I here with these people that were so much better than me, and I felt big imposter syndrome, and it's getting a little bit less all the time because I started so late into gaming that I was like, I haven't played that game. I haven't played that game either, and I wanted to be well-rounded, where I wasn't just sitting, because I wasn't ever supposed to be in these. It was supposed to be Scott and Alex, and I was the behind the camera person.
Sure.
So when I started, I was like, I haven't played a game in years, guys. Like, why am I even here? And then I started playing games, and I was like, oh, shit.
I always wanted to figure out the proper way to do the video, because we always have the same question: is how did you get your wife to play games with you?
I asked. That's how it was for Meredith and I. Like she's done a couple of videos with me, but we work different schedules sometimes, so she isn't in a lot of my videos. But people have been like, how did you get your wife to do that? I was like, I asked her to.
Yeah.
It's just that's how it works. Like it's
I think as long as like you have to be patient there, like because anybody that doesn't play games just to jump in and play a game, like you can't get like frustrated.
Well, I think as an adult, if you're learning anything new, we like adults don't do well with change.
Exactly.
We're creatures of habit.
Yeah. Yep.
And so if you're trying to if you're going from like I used to play Super Nintendo to I'm trying to play a PS4 game, oh fuck, that's foreign. That's so foreign. So you really have to put time into and the mindset of like, I can learn this. I have to be open-minded and willing to learn it. Because if you close yourself off to the idea, and I did that many years, I was like, I can't do it. I'm putting this down.
No, you don't want to feel stupid.
You don't want to feel stupid. Yeah. And so I was just like, I have to get past the point of like, I feel stupid, and it's fantastic.
Well,
I got one question for you before we leave.
Yeah.
All the Switch videos you do, like, RPGs and all that stuff there.
Mhm.
If you could tell me one Switch RPG I had to play, right? You know, the first one I should play. What's the RPG? Don't say Final Fantasy VII. I already played it.
It is not. It is okay. Xenoblade Chronicles. All right, I had to think about it. 'Cause the other one I have is Fire Emblem Three Houses. A little bit different type of game. It's a strategy RPG, but
Yeah.
Xenoblade Chronicles. And this game missed for me for years. Like the Wii version, I didn't like. I didn't like the 3DS version. It was not a game I got into.
I have the Wii U version.
I never played it on the Wii U.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same or.
It's probably just about the same. Like everything on the Switch is a fucking port at this point anyway. So
yeah.
But this was something that I think I needed to have it to be something I could take portably with me, because it's such a massive game that if you play it and you put it down for a couple of days, you're going to be lost when you come back to it. But being able to pick it up and be like, oh, I'm going to go cook dinner, I can just do this while the pasta's boiling or something like that.
Yeah.
Keep playing for a little bit. And it really clicked for me on the Switch. That would be the one I would suggest is that one there.
Oh, okay. So Dan Bunchenumbers said Octopath Traveler.
I did buy that one. It's in the backlog.
Yeah.
Octopath is awesome. It's a grind. It's a very classic RPG. There's a lot of I've got to fight these guys 150 times to level up. But it's very good and it's gorgeous. Absolutely stunning game.
Yeah. The graphics are just alone there. That art style kind of caught my eye.
Yeah.
Same with the triangle strategy there. It's kind of got that cool look to it too. And then Bravely Default 2.
Oh yeah.
Bravely Default's amazing. It really is. It's absolutely wonderful.
There's a few more on my list of games to grab for the Switch.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was my last week. Do you have anything else you want to add before we say bye there?
Other than just, thank you again. I just really appreciate it. And
the pleasure is all ours.
Yeah.
We had a blast.
Wave said the same thing. Like he said another example of imposter syndrome when you guys had me on Get to Know a Gamer, and I said, I don't have many subscribers, but thanks for having me on. There's no subscriber count. We've had friends on that didn't have a YouTube channel. We just love talking to cool people about games, and that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
And then Gamer Newbie said the same thing. I love looking for more gamer YouTube channels. Love the series because I get to see other channels follow. Yeah. And that's what it's all about. It's about connecting the community.
How, it's crazy how the algorithm
from Saskatchewan.
Oh, Canadian made. Friggin', it's crazy how YouTube, how vast it is and how the algorithms work and all this and that. Like I have my own personal YouTube where I basically watch my hockey news now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I used to watch all my gaming stuff and all that now. Now, me and her share Retro Rivals so we can kind of watch because you have to comment or they don't know that you're watching. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. So I do my and people laugh and I know because right at the end of my comment it's always cheers and beer glasses there. That's my Zorro marker. Scott was here. All right, watch the video. But there's like channels, big channels that I used to watch on my other thing that never come up on Retro Rivals feed. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is really crazy.
Yeah.
There was one today that someone had tweeted out on Twitter, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll check them out. That's a new channel. I've never heard of them. Like 135,000 subscribers. I'm like,
whoa,
who the fuck is? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I was like, who the fuck is this? How have you not floated across my channel at this point? Like everything on Square Pegs is gaming.
Yeah.
Like, all my hockey shit, all my fucking camping and stuff like that goes on my personal one. But like I'm the same way. Like I can't cross section them. It's not gonna work. But
yeah.
Like, all right, who do you watch for hockey news? I got to ask that. There's my question. THG?
No.
You don't watch Hockey Guy?
I used to watch the Hockey Guy. I really like him. But I basically have been just watching the Canadians. What are they called?
I don't know because I don't watch
It's like I can't remember the name of them. It's always four of them on the panel there.
Okay.
I think Rick Green is on the panel there, and there's a few of them, but they're always talking. But here's how I like my hockey. My hockey news is like facts, and this is what happened, and this is they want to talk about stuff that's happened. They don't want to talk about possible rumors. I fucking hate rumors. Trade rumors. Like this juicy fucking thumbnail clickbait fucking rumor. They're all fuck that looks good. And it's just bullshit. It's clickbait. I fucking hate it. Waste my time. So I just got rid of those channels. I don't want to watch it there, guys.
I know the channels you're talking about. I did the same thing.
Yeah. You know, I just want my hockey news. I want the news. I want to know what's going on with my team because I don't have the ability to actually watch hockey. We don't have regular TV. I don't have the sports channel. We just have streaming services now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, man. We've kept you long enough. I feel like we had you hostage.
Fun.
Thank you very much. I hope we can do it again. Last year we did a big roundup there at the end of the year, and everybody jumped in for like, what was it?
Half hour.
A half hour.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've
that
seen
sounds
that.
awesome. That
Yeah.
sounds
Awesome.
Like, I anytime if you guys have a guest drop out, give me a call. I'm in.
Awesome.
So much
That's so
fun.
great.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for everybody in the chat. We're gonna let you guys go, and we'll be back. I think in 2 weeks with another guest.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Peace out, Jen. Hit
Thanks,
that
everybody.
end broadcast.
See you later, guys.